Matryoshka.
Opotryoshka.
Greetings and salutations, one and
Except
all.
we have a tweet for this.
Oh shit! I was supposed to do that.
So many responsibilities.
Oh, Connor.
I do have a lot of responsibilities.
You have so many responsibilities. How do you do it?
Honor the tweet.
Tweet, Connor.
I'm looking
Alvin,
at
you're
Twitter
still
right now.
Scoop Cat.
Connor.
Scoop
I
cat.
know.
Oh,
Listen,
Scoop Cat?
You're Scoop
Oh.
Cat.
I'll write the intro while we're doing introductions. So,
Protection.
indeed, welcome to Gateway. We're right after the climax of Chapter 1, and now we're sort of cooling down here. But now there are even more mysteries afoot. Before we get to
But how
that,
cool
though,
can we be?
ice cold.
What's cool is
All right.
being
All
cool. Remember when you
Just
did that for
doesn't
almost
stop.
over
All right.
half a league match?
Oh my god.
I vaguely recall something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. You kept getting aces as graves, and you just kept running around and driving our friends crazy, going, all right.
Oh my god.
I wish League
Connor,
had.
no.
I wish League had directional voices so that I could just pop in off screen going. All right. Double kill. All right.
I haven't played regular League in a while. I kinda
Remember
miss
the old-
regular.
God.
Remember the old
Same.
no meme in pub?
I
I think it was
no.
pub.
Pub?
Just a guy going, no, 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 no. Just
Sometimes
terrifying these two people.
Sometimes I think I miss old League, and then I remember what it turns
No, you
me
don't.
into.
What do you mean, Connor?
The creature.
And I remember
I mean-
what it's done to me.
That happens with me with most competitive games. That's why I don't play them most times.
League specifically unleashes my darkest demons. So.
It is true.
It's true.
Ugh.
I can't say I was any better. I think we were our own monsters. Remember that game where I was Alistair and you were Naxxus, and we were just screaming like "fuck you" the entire time down
Oh
the
my.
way.
I-
So good.
I do.
We both had
Alright.
the infernal skins. We were just high fiving and just
Oh my.
stomping and Garen.
I do remember hot. Those were the days.
And you always remember. Okay.
And speaking of remembering,
Yes.
Boobs McBalrog, where can we find you? And what are you up to?
Oh golly. You can find me all over the internet at Boobs McBalrog. Here on Twitch, it is twitch.tv/Boobs McBalrog with zeros instead of O's. Oh lord, what has happened since last we were here? I think I had some announcements. If you watch Ikitosen Western Wolves, I voice Kotetsu in that. If you play Smite on the... Oh yeah, that's already come out now. If you play Smite, Terra... Combo Breaker Terra came out. If you're playing the new Fire Emblem Three Hopes game and you come across a baddie named Bias, that is also me, and I'm a bunch of soldiers in there.
Downright baddie.
Oh yes, and I finally was able to announce the War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. I voiced Ravies in that. That was like dream come true, blue hair girl in Final Fantasy. To be in that universe was just really neat.
Hell yeah.
Luis.
That was
Congrats.
very exciting.
I
So-
would have actually imploded if they were just like, "You want to be a Final Fantasy character?" I would have died.
Yes, that is what happened.
Taco Bell
Tears.
gong.
So many tears. Oh yeah, I
My
did
mom's
play
sobbing.
Layers of Fear yesterday. I'm actually making stream schedules now.
Holy
And, like,
shit!
Oh,
Planning
Hot damn!
things. We played the Shredder's Revenge, Rabbit, Bosco, Connor,
Yeah.
Nick, and who else joined us? Probate.
Probate.
We all played
Nice.
Shredder's Revenge this past week, which
So
was a
fun.
great.
got
I was
Shut
sad I had to leave. I was sad I had to leave early, but I had a very long day the next day.
Oh yeah, no, I get you. But yeah, that's been a lot of fun. So there's a lot more. I'm trying to plan more games with more peeps because it's always chaotic and fun. So
Yeah.
that's me.
All right. Rabbit, where can they find you, and what are you up to?
Well, hi there. My name's Rabbit. I'm a writer and a comedian. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Hey Mr. Rabbit. I stream Monday through Friday. I normally play horror games, like kind of in the same vein as Layer of Fear, V Rising, or casually opens up Steam Library, Return of the Obra Dinn. I play RPGs like RuneScape, and I'll move on. And retro games like Castlevania. I got the entire Castlevania Game Boy Advance collection, which is some of my favorite games in high school and college.
Ooh.
Oh, if you want to see a man completely body Circle of Moon in like record time, I'm your boy.
Aria of Sorrow is my jam.
Oh my god, Aria of Sorrow was... Okay, don't get me down this road. We'll never finish. Okay, so... other than that, I've been doing pretty good for myself. What do I got going on? Well, Caitlin already said it. I did turtle stuff, doing a lot of stuff. I was doing flashbang with Bosco. We're getting really excited. We're actually going to start moving from 2K19 to 2K22, which is quite the jump.
Oh, yeah. I see Arkolf and him have been working on that for quite a while.
Arkolf is like an insane alchemist with that thing. Speaking of alchemy, I've also... been working on various recipes and whatnot in my kitchen. There's a farmer's market that opened up not too far from where I live, and I went down there to get all kinds of fun little like treats and bib bobs and veggies and fruits. They had like the biggest blackberries. It was so good. And it's so freaking like it's Pleasantville down there. Like I'm like, gosh darn. And I walked by and a dude said, "How you doing?" And he was driving a 1955 Chevy, you know, the woodback one, like the Chevy trucks, the woodback.
Oh wow!
And I'm just like, "Where am I?"
Yeah, that doesn't feel real.
It's so nuts. Next time I see it, I'm taking a picture so I can be like, "It exists." And they'll be like, "What are you doing around my car?" And I'm like, "Ah!" And I run away. But anyway, if you want more fun japery like this, just come down to Twitch TV/Hey Mr. Rabbit. Hope to see you there.
Right on.
Right
Lanny
on.
Pator, where can they find you, and what are you up to?
You can find me all over the internet at Lanny Pator on Mondays. If you're not all role played out, tune on in. If you ain't got any other plans, we got a little campaign called The Ties That Bind. It's a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Thank you. Beyond that, let's see, what else have I been up to? Played the Turtles. Turtles were fun. Trying to figure out what I'm gonna play next. Got a lot of stuff that working on in the daytime that hasn't quite hit the light of day yet. You can see My Hero Academia Season 2 in 8 minutes. That came out recently. I play Stain in that.
Yeah.
It's a fun time.
Nice.
Connor, you're in it. Caitlin, I think you're in it
I
as
play
well.
Aizawa and Tetsu.
Oh yeah, I'm Vine, my Oni-san in Christ.
Yeah. But yeah, fun times all around. Tune in. Have fun. Good times. Woo. Love you.
All right. And Sarah, where can they find you? What are you up to?
On Twitter, it's Sarah with an H and with an E. Willia. I forget if I talked about this. Did I talk about this? I don't know if I... Blue
Give it a
Reflection Ray came out. I voiced Yuri Psyche in that. Yay. Something I know I haven't talked about. Where is it? They dropped the English cast for Soul Hackers 2, which is sort of another one of those offshoots of Shin Megami Tensei. And I am voicing Jack Frost, but also a specific Jack Frost called Iho, which looks like a Jack Frost decided to cosplay the main character.
Nice.
Yeehaw.
That sounds fun.
I like this trend because as long as I'm Jack Frost, I always have a job in these games. That's nice. I hope that trend continues.
There's gonna be another character named Jane Spring, and dude is gonna be like,
I'm a slight bit tired. I've spent the day at my niece's because it was her big birthday party today, and I had to do the helping. We rented her bouncy house with a water slide.
Ooh.
Best birthdays.
She never went in the bouncy house.
What the fuck?
Made her choice.
She was afraid. She was afraid of it for some reason. I don't know why.
Aw.
I don't know if it was the noise of the stuff inside of it or just the material. She was perfectly happy just sitting in the little pool that the slide was connected to. She just wouldn't go in there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Whatevs. It's fine. It's fine.
Good survival instincts on that one.
It's pretty low key. We got ice cream and cookies from Sliders and just like made a chartreuse board. I don't know how to pronounce it. Shut up.
Charcuterie board.
Don't make fun of me!
I won't! I just did the
Don't make fun
enunciation!
of me!
I'm educating you for a different age!
I already forgotten how you just pronounced that literally within 5 seconds.
You know what? I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
see.
completely honest with you. I did too. So yeah, let's just keep going.
So, yeah, not much going on. Finished another month of acting classes, and I'm raring to start acting in this now because I was like, that went really well. God, I want to play Gateway now. Let's do the fucking character shit.
Also, just wanna
Aftermath,
check.
aftermath, aftermath, aftermath.
Just want to check. Is my audio coming in like low? I saw a couple people in chat mentioning.
You don't
I know
sound
it's
low to
been a
me.
common issue.
To me, you've sounded the same you always have been, if that helps you.
Yeah, I think I turned you up last time too, so
Okay, just making
if you
sure.
are still quiet.
All right, Zenlita's saying I'm good. Just I noticed a comment a little while ago. It's like he sounds muffled or quiet. What do I
Turn
do?
up your headsets, folks.
Ah,
People say the same thing to me too, and my first thing is like, "Oh, more things are breaking. Fun!" Like,
what a time.
what a time to be! What a time to be alive. Excuse me, and I walk in my closet and scream.
What a country.
Indeed.
Every day is a gift.
All right. And they can find me at Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/DistortionDevil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, doing all sorts of wacky shenanigans. Be sure to check out Dead House Sonata, the action RPG where you play as the dead to fight the living. Don't click the link that is in the chat right now, because that one is expired, and I'm working on getting a new one. But be sure to check out deadhousesonata.com. And also their Twitch, where they do monthly streams to show off the progress of their tech demo that they have out now. Yeah. I played it a little bit on Tuesday. It was pretty fun.
Noise.
Yeah. Also check out my DM's Guild, where I'll be releasing a new subclass, the Treasure Hunter Conclave for the Ranger.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a ranger subclass that focuses on spelunking, getting the most out of magical items, and all sorts of crazy trap shenanigans.
That sounds super fun. I want to play that.
Yes. It'll be out when it's out. I don't know when I'll be able to get it out because I'm going to be going on vacation.
Yay.
So... Should probably also mention that we will not be running Gateway on the 16th. That's right.
Ooh.
The 16th we will not be having Gateway, as I will be in Canada for a convention.
Oh my god.
Canada for what convention?
Going to Fur A.
Ooh,
Hey.
that sounds fun. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be in Virginia that week, so that's gonna be good.
Dee-dee-dee-dee.
I need to find somewhere to travel.
Indeed.
One of my
Oh,
friends,
yeah.
one of my friends taught me going down to Virginia Beach. He literally said, "Rabbit, you look so stressed anymore. You look like you're gonna go ahead and go explode into an ulcer. You need a."
Oh.
Oh, goodness. I
Visceral.
should chill something.
Oh.
I forgot about this. I'm going to KentuckyCon this coming weekend. Yay! Conventions.
Yay.
Ooh.
Show.
Jesus
Chill,
Christ, I'm
not
glad
a
I'm not at
science
AX.
Yeah.
There's no words for how glad I am to not be at AX right now. It's like,
It's
I'm going to
scary.
go to Kentucky to this chill little con. It is going to rock. Thank you.
I'm gonna get all kinds of stuff when I go to Virginia. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm gonna make my fried okra. Oh, it's gonna
And speaking of fried okra, this episode is brought to you by Die Hard Dice.
Die Hard Dice! It's not
Sell
a
okra now?
That's right. Though
That's
they
correct.
may not have anything to do with okra for now.
Oh.
You can still get a whole bunch of dice and dice accessories when you head on over to dieharddice.com and use the code Unexpectables ! To save 10% on your order. And some of that money gets thrown back to us so we can keep making shows like this.
Exactly. And you know what? We can go ahead and keep bringing the show to you.
Yes.
And speaking of bringing the show to us, we've got some people to thank here for their bits and subs. We've got Constable Mutton. Thank you for the 100 bits. Season 2. Can't wait to see the vacuum Apex is made and what horrors it brings. Alexander Was, thank you for the 16 months of Prime. Flustered Bun, thank you for the 23 months. Almost a year? Almost 2 years. Wow, hi-ho, everybody. How have you all been? Been well. Sergeant Tucker, thank you for the 2 years. Hard to imagine it's been 2 years. Wish me luck with my job hunt in the meantime. Good luck, buddy.
Ooh, good luck.
Gauze21, thank you for the 10 bits. Hey, everyone. Happy the Gateway is back. And good news, I just bought Fallout New Vegas for the PS3. Ooh. Side note, can anyone spare Dead Space for me? I need it bad. Ooh. Yeah, it's a good game.
Oh, Dead Space is so good. Very good game.
Reasonable Rex, thank you for the 100 bits. Lenny, I have been playing Xenoverse 2, and I want to thank you for your hard work. Your voice work has brought my character to life.
Well, you're very welcome. Pretty sure that's the voice I used.
Booty Call and the Sugar Lumps, thank you for the 27 months. Currently driving to New Hampshire from North Carolina, and I'm only in Maryland, so thanks for keeping me company. Whew!
That is a drive.
That is a drive. Stay safe on the road.
Absolutely.
Gauze21, thank you for the 10 bits. Hey, I just had a thought. Connor, has there ever been a war between Kansas and Missouri in your universe? If so, as someone from Kansas, that's pretty funny. We don't talk about the great barbecue war of 2077.
Missouri is famous for barbecue?
St. Louis is. St. Louis style barbecue.
Oh, right.
St. Louis barbecue is really good. I can't reproduce it. Probably because I don't live in St. Louis. Must be the wood there. I'm not sure.
Magic Ninjago, thank you for the 100 bits. My movie is finished just in time, and now I can see the aftermath of the breakout. Yes. Impervio Lunas, thank you for the 8 months. Dusk Ninja Kenji, thank you for the 200 bits. Question for Connor. Were there any Chinese/Asian American allowed in the pre-Fallout US? If so, how would they have been treated in the ultra anti-red USA?
Carefully.
I don't even think Fallout touched that.
If you take a look back at our real history, you could probably glean some answers into that one.
Or our very recent past. And
May I suggest a trip down to your local library?
My grandfather was Japanese. He nearly went to the camps during World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not great.
Happy Independence Day, by the way, for those celebrating.
For those of you who are feeling patriotic for some reason.
That's not until 2 days though.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
it's coming.
We can just avoid that being like, well, it's not for 2 days.
It doesn't
whatever.
exist.
Don't you know anything about... Have you not heard the teachings of Liberty Prime?
No.
Democracy is non-negotiable.
Digmocracy.
Democracy is
In Minecraft.
non-negotiable.
Indeed. Flustered Bun, thank you for the bit. But Connor, you always tell us not to eat our dice, but if they're okra, why are you eating okra? Ugh.
I'm okra! Shut up!
Are we
It's all
about
slimy.
to fight here?
It's all slimy.
Green.
I love okra. It's so good.
It's okay. Your taste is just wrong.
Yeah.
I assume it's the
My
same
ta-
thing. I assume it's like when someone tells me that, Brussels sprouts are good. I'm sure they can be good in one capacity, but I still just don't want to bother making it good.
They can't be. Oh my god, I just have an Appalachian palate. That's the problem.
You just load Brussels sprouts up with bacon so they don't taste like Brussels sprouts anymore.
Look,
okay,
it finally tastes good because I took it as far away from its natural taste as I possibly could take it.
Exactly.
You joke, but that's what my granddad on my mom's side did. He just falcon punched bacon into each.
Oh, I'm not joking.
Come on, a bit. You know what?
Stellar Coyote, thank you for the 90
like
bits.
a lot. They're like my second favorite vegetable.
Stellar Coyote, thank you for the 90 bits. We didn't have Rabbit shout Pride Hard Dice for June. That makes me real sad.
Oh, fuck!
We barely had episodes in June, I think.
Damn!
There was a lot of life happening in June.
A lot of life was happening in June, and it's going to continue happening in July.
In June.
Stellar Coyote, pat yourself on the back. That's good. Jeez, damn it. God.
Diane, are you there? Write this down.
Yes.
Write this down.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I just want to text my mom going, like, write this down. You won't understand it, but tell me.
Zenlita, thank you for the 200 bits. Tonight on Gateway, Shippuden, Bastion trains to become the next Hokage. Wait a minute.
Oh, God.
Believe it.
No.
No, they don't say that anymore.
The entirety of this chapter is just going to run all over the place.
Just imagine.
Bio.
He's in like a Naruto cosplay, but he's like his muscles are like ripping through it, and he's still wearing the skull mask. He just slow turns to the camera.
He wears the headband like a belt.
Dante Bio.
I do this for my Nakama.
Okay, read more bits, please.
Oathbreaker John, thank you for the 100 bits. Let's see, I got a new Switch, got the new Monster Hunter, and it's kicking my ass because I'm rusty after not playing it for months. Anyway, Gateway time. Ooh. Also, we've got Indestructo Boy, thank you for the raid with a party of 8. And Flying T-Bark, thank you for the raid with a party of 2. Well, with that, are we ready to get into tonight's episode of Gateway?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck, I still forgot to write the tweet. Hang on.
Connor!
Oh my gosh, dude.
Listen, I've got a lot to do, alright?
Tonight on Gateway, Louise is in a coma.
Everybody's in a coma for a moment.
Well.
Okay, almost everybody.
Gotta tell Connor what
half
for.
of everybody.
Give Connor the what for,
Give
chat.
Apex a stick and he can just poke me in the arm the whole time.
Are you alive yet?
Hey. Hey.
Oh my
Monty's
God.
gonna kick your ass, Connor.
Listen, she can come kick my ass when she's writing the tweets. And also doing
Shots fired.
when she's running
she's coming on tonight because
when
of
she's
that
running
now.
2/3 of this operation, she can come and kick my ass.
Just gonna put that on my bingo card.
Oh, you have bingo cards? Aw.
I do now.
I
It's
always
all just that square. Hey, I win!
I always wanted one of those spotters.
I mean, I can make a bingo card. It's easy. It's a Rabbit breaks Mike, yelling "Die Hard Dice." Monty comes on to antagonize us.
Mm-hmm.
I talk over Lonnie.
So is Rabbit breaks the microphone, yelling "Die Hard Dice" your free space? You can be honest.
I'll think on that.
Okay.
Wow.
While you're thinking about that, are we ready to get into tonight's episode?
I don't know if it should be that,
Yes!
or I don't know if it should be that, or Caitlin getting startled by musical cues.
Hey, now. We don't
You're
need
an
to make
all-star.
this so personal.
No. Free space is Caitlin becoming having an existential crisis because you don't see anything.
Come on now.
Anyway, bye, chat.
All right, bye. Bye, chat.
All right, bye, chat.
Me.
God. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Let's get started. And
Okay. Okay.
This is Toby Blunt bringing you the tunes from yesteryear and the news of today. And speaking of news, ooh boy, strap yourselves into something, ladies and gentlemen, because Gateway Radio has the latest scoop on something big. You know that group of wasters people have been calling the Runaways? Yeah, they got that name because they escaped from the arena of all places, and just now I'm getting news that they went back. Now, what they went for I couldn't tell you, but I can say for certain that the family has been decimated. Nearly 2/3 of their number are dead, most of their slaves have been spotted fleeing the premises, and my sources also tell me that they spotted some members of the Archers at the arena as well. So, the Archers and the Runaways, are they working together to make the Wasteland a better place? Or is this their latest display of dominance? I've got my own opinions, but I'll let you decide for yourself, folks. Stay safe out there. This is Gateway Radio, and up next we've got...
Click.
The radio fades. After that. And... as you drive your way into town, it is a little bit early into the afternoon at this point. The people of Riverside stare slack-jawed and in awe as your Corvega Blitz rolls into town. People cautiously approach the vehicle as it slows to a stop.
As it stops, I'm bursting forth from the vehicle, carrying whoever looks the most injured.
That
Where's
would
the
probably
nurse?
that would probably be Alvin.
Would it?
Well, if you what are all your healths right now?
5.
I was at 4, but what was Chris at?
Chris, I believe. Oh, I deleted her number block here.
Oh no!
You deleted her?
She
Kill
never
her. It's just
she
her
never
dead.
existed. No,
Just-
she is not doing well. She'd probably be doing about as well as you, Louise. You're both unconscious. Yeah, I'd say it'd be Louise who you're carrying, and the nice old woman who was manning the sort of doctor's office. The last time you rolled in here, last time you needed her, she runs out looking with a bit of purpose in her eyes, actually. A couple of men behind her are actually bringing some like old military style stretchers out. And she's like, "Put them on there. I'll take care of them."
I do what I can as quickly as I can.
Okay. You quickly ferry the unconscious bodies of Chris and Louise. Alvin at this point, I think, would be just barely able to stand on his own. But also not looking very good.
You see a great sign of relief across Apex's face as Alvin hobbles himself to his, hobbles over to a stretcher or whatever he is able to do.
And as the three of you are taken away, Your wounds will be treated shortly, and you will be brought back to a stable condition. But your injuries will take some time to heal.
I look to Cynthia. How is Cynthia looking right now? Like, she was able to drive, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cynthia is not bad. Cynthia has quite a bit of armor with her build, but she's still kind of torn up.
So, what is your armor looking like?
The armor that I had on top of my base is gone, and then it's 2 down from that.
So you're sitting at 8 armor then.
Yes.
Okay. Your combat armor will need to be repaired, and that will take some extensive doing by a professional. Because as it sits now, it is ruined.
Yeah.
But you are no worse for wear. You've got a couple of bullet holes in you, but that's about it. And the apex is, for the most part, unharmed. Your armor was
my suit is absolutely destroyed.
Yes.
It is unsalvageable.
That suit that was made with the strange ballistic fabric that the people of the family were wearing, that would probably take some sort of specialist or a great deal more of that very same cloth in order to repair this particular garment.
Well, should I decide to do so, I know who to hunt.
Indeed. If there are any left.
A third of them, approximately.
An even mix.
And if there are any, I can imagine where I might find them if they are holding up. But that is not his concern right now. Right now, he is making sure that everybody gets to a space where they can be helped and recover. But as soon as everybody's like safe and getting taken care of, Bastion would probably. Where would Cynthia go to try to?
Cynthia will probably
repaired?
go off with Dave, since Dave knows how to. Dave built her, so he probably knows what to do if there was anything available to do it.
As the few of you are stretchered out, you see as well the what are you doing with the bodies of the archers?
I was going. Well, I mean, they're alive, right? They're just unconscious.
They're alive, but 2 of them are unconscious.
Yeah, I would be getting them to triage as well.
Okay.
I feel responsible for them.
Then several more stretchers are ferried out, and they are also taken away to get worked on by the medical professionals in Riverside. As the scene plays out and your comrades, all of them, are being ferried away, you see the now crowd of people that is gathered around this car raise their arms and...
Oh.
Bastion looks confused. Wasn't expecting the laughter.
No,
they are just so overjoyed as a round of applause. Also, I should probably flip this over to the actual screen here. Don't worry, you didn't miss nothing. They're so overjoyed and both inspired and pleased at what you've done that the entire town of Riverside begins to applaud you.
I just kind of scratch the back of my head. Thank you.
Really
Clearly not used to this level of support.
Really hope this doesn't come back to bite us in the ass.
The various hooting and hollering from the townsfolk as they surround you and give you reassuring pats on the shoulder and congratulations of all sorts and promises of discounts and free drinks. The town of Riverside seems to favor you quite heavily now.
The face I'd be scanning for is the ice cream shop owner, the man who is currently on the hit list in the crowd.
O. Big O, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
Big
that was
O.
his name.
Big O, you would know him as. Go ahead and roll me a wits.
Okie dokie. I have recently... you know what? I'm going to roll my old wits because I'm going to say that the perk that I get will take place over the number of days that it takes for everybody to record.
Fair
or
enough.
recover. So I'll roll it with my old one. 2d6 plus 2. That is a 9.
Ooh.
All right. The crowd is so large. This is practically all of Riverside at this point. The crowd is so large that it is hard to see everybody, but off in the distance you do detect a rather large figure.
I keep my eye on him, but I'm not going to address him yet. This is something that I would want Alvin to be there for, as he is more familiar with the people of this town.
All right. As you keep Big O in your sights, he also seems to be applauding.
I lean towards Cynthia. This is weird.
Well, we did just take down the slavers. Kind of makes sense.
For now.
But I think we might have caused a bigger ripple than we might have thought.
Yes.
As much as I don't like it, Slick was right about holding some kind of power balance. I just hope we haven't let room for something worse to come in.
That can be addressed. In the meantime, I was going to go check and see what kind of tracks that thing left. As we were driving back, I could see it walking into the distance, back toward Louise's old vault. I just want to see what it is that we might be dealing with. I'm not going to follow it entirely, but maybe if I could just see what kind of tracks it left behind.
I might be able to take you in the car. I mean, I don't necessarily need to be tended to while unconscious or anything, so Dave might be able to try and patch me up while I'm driving. Just take you near it, you know.
I look to Dave. How far away is this? Like, how long of a walk would it be for me to get to this place?
How long of a walk would it be? It wouldn't be terrible. You saw him... What did I say? He was going down the road between the airport and the vault.
66, you said?
It would take
Vault
me like...
66. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
It would probably take me I'd probably be back by the evening. Or something.
Yeah, you would probably be back. If you went on foot, it would be much quicker if you went in the car, but that is up to you.
Of course. I look at Cynthia and Dave. Are your skills good enough to repair while in a vehicle?
I can help repair, Cynthia. I would prefer to be at somewhere stable, like a workshop or at least a table, but I can get it done.
I look back to Cynthia. I don't mind walking. There's a lot on my mind that I need to process anyway.
Okay, well,
And you two have catching up to do.
you're not wrong, but I'd feel more comfortable if just anyone went with you. Take Kathy or Boss Man or someone.
I gesture to my body. There's not a single scar from this entire encounter on it.
It's less about you getting hurt and more about the reaction we all had. Something went wrong and that thing left. I don't know.
I can come with you too. Point Man says as he just
Was he
barely
not one of the
manages.
ones that, he made it
he
out.
was
Gotcha.
conscious. He was conscious, but he is wounded.
You sure you're in the right condition to go?
It's
You
just
look pretty
tracking.
banged up.
It's just tracking something down. I'll be fine.
I look him over. How wounded does he look?
He his legs are pretty bad looking. He's standing on them, but he's a bit shaky. He's probably lost a good deal of blood.
Bastion just kind of shakes his head.
There's no way you can make it. I wouldn't feel comfortable if you went.
All right,
I'll be fine.
as long as you're sure.
Kathy needs to stay here to look after the wounded. You're among them. And I nod to his legs.
Wouldn't be the first time, kid. But you're right. Thank you, and don't get dead.
I smirk. They'll have to find something that can kill the Apex.
Don't find it.
I haven't yet.
He nods and he'll slowly hobble off to the nurse's building.
So I walk off basically looking like a salary man that just went through like a inferno. Like the tatters of this suit just kind of clinging to my form.
Essentially,
And
yeah.
of course the Brahmin skull on my head. I look like a weird SCP.
Actually, yeah. Yeah.
Added to the Wasteland Cryptids calendar.
Yeah.
Also,
Business
I do
casual
apologize
Apex.
for the explosions you'll hear from our mics.
Fireworks already?
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
I wondered what that was.
Yeah. Well,
It's the same
nothing
right
I can
neck
do.
of the woods too.
Nothing we can do
Celebrate.
about it, so we'll just push through it.
Wee.
All right.
I feel ya.
Bastion begins his trek.
All right. Bastion will
With
begin
that, I'm
his
gonna-
trek.
With that, I'm going to go grab some water real quick.
Alrighty. Bastion makes his way out of town, following whatever it was that left the arena. Meanwhile, with Cynthia and Dave, Dave is. I imagine you're leading him towards the machinist area so he can help work on you.
Yes. Yeah, since he said workshop, I made the correlation there.
Oh, well. This is quaint, but it'll work.
Yeah, it's worked for us thus far. It's where Boss Man put the car back together.
I'm honestly shocked that you were even able to be repaired. That
Well,
young mechanic, Alvin, I think you mentioned his name was.
yeah, he's a good kid. He's
Not a bad mind on him.
not at all. Good mechanic. Very good. So, how are you?
A little in shock. I didn't think that what you just pulled off was possible, honestly.
We seem to get that a lot.
I suppose I have a lot of explaining to do.
More than a little, I'd say. There's someone else dying to talk to you, but she's also being kind of shy at the moment for some reason.
I see. The technology, the merging of both of your personalities, it wasn't as flawless as we'd like to have hoped.
You could
Or-
say that again.
I suppose the correct term was seamless.
The seam is quite apparent.
Yeah. That's another thing we have to talk about.
You
I
said you
think-
could help with it?
Yes. It's because of that seam that I think it's possible. But we're gonna need some better equipment than anything we could find here, I reckon.
You don't mean that we'd need to go to the institution?
No! We are not going back to the institution.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I just wasn't expecting a lot of any of this.
Oh. They'd deactivate you and they'd have me killed, so there's no way we're
That-
going back.
Does track. You know, I think I've just got a wild hair for the impossible at this point. I mean, we did waltz right into the arena and dismantle that, so...
Well, the Commonwealth's got its fair share of problems, too. But we left all that behind. And I think I know where we can get this equipment. But, well, it's gonna be risky. Real risky. And I don't even know if it'll work.
Well, don't know until we try.
There's something else.
What?
We need another body.
Ah. Another synth like this.
That would be ideal, but not
What?
necessary. I can't think of anybody who would be willing.
What do you mean? There's an option other than a synth body?
I think I can overwrite your consciousness onto somebody else's,
Wait, what?
but you would be effectively killing that person.
Wait, you mean a synth?
The synth would be ideal.
Now, wait, you don't mean a human, do you?
In theory, it's possible. And I'm not suggesting that you go out and find someone to replace their body with, or
I don't
anything
think
like
I
that.
could.
That's why I keep saying it. A synth would be ideal, but
Right.
where would we find one?
I'm just. It's a great question. I'm still kind of in shock that. How do you override someone's consciousness? I don't want to take a human body for that. I just didn't even know that was a thing that you could do.
Well, the technology exists. I think there was a place in the Commonwealth that used it pretty regularly. It's sort of like a attraction where you could experience sexual thrills or other things within your own memory. It was
Oh,
kind of icky, but
my.
if we could use the technology for something else, we could transplant your consciousness somewhere else.
Wow. Huh. Uh, right. But ideally, we'd find a synth that.
Well, yes, ideally, but as far as I know, there are no synths out here.
Right.
I don't know where our contact with the railroad went. After I lost you, I sort of panicked, and when I went to go find them, they never showed up.
So sweet. Oh, Dave.
I thought I had lost you. I suppose I ought to get you back in working order.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if they'll let me use their tools, I can get you back into as good a shape as I can.
Immediately, Cynthia's body jolts upright. Eyes go red. What tools do you need?
Oh. Hello to you as well. I'm sure this mechanic's workshop will have what I need. I just need to familiarize myself with the place, and perhaps the person in here could help me?
Boss man.
Boss man. Yes. I'll go have a chat with him.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Did you hear all of that?
Yes. What if I became the human?
I don't know. As far as I know, artificial intelligence has never been transplanted to a human brain. Or, no. It could work. Maybe. If the Generation 3 synths function, then, in theory...
I could be human too.
In theory. But... should we risk that? This isn't a sure thing. This could kill all of you.
Right. It's funny. I feel selfish. To want that life, With you?
Well, just the fact that you're feeling selfish and wanting things is remarkable in and of itself already. And I would really like to see this idea come to fruition. But right now, we should just get you repaired.
Right. Boss man.
Dave sort of approaches and puts a hand on Cynthia's shoulder. We've got time.
I embrace you.
Yeah, you may.
And she, still a bit less fluidly than she would like from the damage, but hovers her arms around his back and then sinks into kind of testing water in a way to see if she's allowed to hug him, and then does, gently.
He, of course, hugs you back.
I'm glad you're back.
I'm glad you're back, too. I'm glad... For once, I'm glad the situation was out of my hands.
You do not have to control everything. It is okay.
Quickly pulls out of the hug. Red eyes seem to be turning pink a little,
Boss man.
and she quickly walks into the other room to find Boss Man.
Okay, and Dave follows you into... he rounds the corner. Well, pleasure to meet... Ah! and he doubles back, seeing the appearance of a ghoul for the first time in a long time, and that's where we'll cut that scene to go visit Apex.
Meanwhile, Bastion just walking down the road. I need to be able to control every situation I'm in. Take it back. Do 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 do.
We all got issues.
So yeah, I'm
Oh, that's
not even
true.
sure. I'm not even sure how far down the road I am at this point. How far into my journey have we rejoined me?
I'd say you would be... Let me go ahead and just grab something here real quick. There you are. There you are, Fiverr. A little Apex.
Fine looking Apex.
I'd say
Aw,
on
he's adorable.
your own. Let me go ahead and just...
That is a very, very cute little Apex.
I'm doing my best.
Just a little small fry? Just a silly little guy? Whatever beef with a silly little guy? For shame.
You're making your way into this sort of middle road.
Have I noticed anything that I should be wary of just yet?
I was rolling for it all the while, and you did not come across anything of note on your way out of the town of Riverside.
Some things that I'd be looking for just kind of passively would be rad roaches, rad scorpions, things that I can try to repair my armor with.
Okay.
The Apex armor, that is, because it was no doubt damaged by
Oh, yeah.
gunfire.
In that case, make me a wits roll to try and locate some rad roaches.
Sure thing. 11.
11. Yeah, sure enough. Along the side of the road, you see sort of a dead Brahmin that appears to be being feasted on by 2 rad roaches.
I'm going to do my best to just dispatch of them as quickly and without notice as possible.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a wits just to stay hidden.
That is a 14 double 6.
Nah.
These things
Jeez.
are very
The-
hungry and very
the-
stupid.
Indeed.
Nice.
The rad roaches are unaware as you approach. You are directly behind them, and I'll go ahead and just say, if you want to just immediately dispatch of this one rad roach that is very unaware of you, you certainly can. It'll be very easy for you.
I will thrust my Deathclaw gauntlet directly behind its skull and just remove, or whatever, it's wherever its little buggy brain is, and just remove it.
Indeed.
Oh.
You
it's like
destroy
killing
its
a crab.
You destroy its buggy brain. You just poke it right into its head, and it falls over dead. And the other one at that appears to take notice of you, and you can roll me a body to try and...
Kaboo! 13.
Yeah, easy enough. Just with one simple, quick motion, you split its head down the middle, and it goes limp, twitching slightly, and then stopping completely. And you now have 2 rad roach corpses that are very well intact.
I take the belt of the suit and I just kind of like, I don't know, thread it through them, so I just kind of like have these roaches on a bindle kind of thing.
Fair enough. You do so. You now have 2 rad roach corpses.
And I continue on my path to
You
track
certainly
down
do.
this thing.
And you are met with little resistance as you continue walking down this road here. Go ahead. And at this point, make me a wits roll as you are looking for any signs of this thing.
12. Wow, damn, on the
Rolling
fucking ball
hot
today.
tonight.
Got a hot hand here.
Apex is very motivated.
Okay. As you are following this road down, the... The thing you can discern immediately about these tracks, that whatever this thing is leaving behind, is that they are massive.
Did they look like any sort of like footprint, hoof print, any sort of track that I could even like? Is it even an animal?
With your roll, I could say you could determine it to be an impossibly large humanoid foot.
Like beyond super mutant, even.
You see discernible toes as well that have sort of made impressions into the earth under the just the sheer weight of whatever this thing was. And yes, it does appear to be you've not seen many super mutants, but the one you have met, this appears to be even larger than that. Probably twice as large, you can discern.
Now, I have 2 rad roach bodies on me. Will these things fit just, like, neatly in this footprint? Like, is it larger than a rad roach?
Oh, by far.
Oh, Lord. Rad roaches are not small.
Red roaches are about the size of dogs,
Cats,
I would
right?
say.
Cats and dogs?
Cats and dogs. Probably a large cat. And yes, if you fit both, you could fit both of these radroach corpses inside of the footprint of this thing. Albeit just barely, if you're laying them side by side, but yes.
Those things approximately, like, 3 feet in length.
Yeah.
Ashton just kind of sits awestruck at that for a moment, just not even sure what entirely to make of it. I continue my studies just, like, looking at, like, what kind of gait this thing has, like, what kind of stride it has, and even trying to determine how many feet it does have, like, if it has multiple rows even at the size. Like, he's not sure what he is dealing with.
I'll let that be another wits roll, even though I'm
Okay.
thinking it should be a smarts roll at this point, but well, either way.
That's a 5. He's
Just with the
having a
magnitude
crisis.
with the magnitude of this footprint alone, it's hard to really discern or compare it to anything really. The only really thing that you glean from this is that it still appears to be there appear to be more of them going down the road further than you can see.
Whatever you are, I'll find you.
But remembering his promise and having kind of gotten as much information he can out of these tracks itself, he's going to start heading back.
All right. I'll just roll a couple of final times to see if you're accosted on the way back. I rolled less than 10. I rolled less than 10 on all of them, and so you are not.
I was going to say, woe be unto thee that try. Bastion is not in the mood. Then again, I can't imagine many people are ever in the mood to get attacked.
Aside from maybe white razors.
Maybe them.
Still thinking about that friendly guy who's just like out of his mind on the side of the road. I hope he's okay.
Smash cut to him laying in the dirt, just talking about
Little do we know, we led that one Deathclaw right to him. Just
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
He's just writing it now. They're best friends.
oops.
Oh.
And the Apex makes his way back into Riverside.
How's the town looking?
Town is
It's
looking...
probably like duskish by the time I get back.
Yeah, the sun is about to set completely as you're walking back into town. Town still abuzz with activity still. People are talking about what happens, and as you look around, actually, you notice that there are quite a few people here that are still wearing bomb collars. New faces that you've seen, maybe some that you picked up while they were fleeing. But there are people in the town that are wearing bomb collars, and they're like traversing and they're being tended to as best they can. And there's a lot of them.
Oh.
Any of them look familiar?
Some of them do. You might have seen them tangentially as they were running from the building. But it was a lot of chaos during that fight. You see some older men, some women, some younger men about in their 20s. All relieved and still scared, but a sense of freedom in their expression.
Takes a moment just to be grateful for the ones that he was able to help get away. And then he goes to try to find Cynthia and Actually, he's going to keep trying to let them have their time. He's going to go try to check the triage and see how Alvin and Louise and Chris and the archers are getting along.
Sure thing. You head on over to the doctor's hut. As you walk in, do you walk in or do you knock?
I mean, I'm assuming the place is basically chaos, so I'll just walk in.
Okay. As you walk in, you can see that the older woman, who appears to be the main proprietor of this establishment, is currently picking shrapnel out of Alvin's leg. Alvin appears to be unconscious with a sort of mask over his face.
Will they be all right?
I'm trying as best I can to keep them stable. They look pretty, these wounds look survivable. I'm gonna do all I can, son, and, well, the rest will be up to them. But outcome looks good as far as I can tell.
Good.
All things considered, it could have been worse.
It didn't have to be this bad, though.
Well, yeah, quite frankly, I'm surprised any of you are alive at all, let alone all of you.
Tilts his head at that. Why?
You attacked the family, Sonny.
Are they gods?
No. And they're clearly mortal. But, well, they held a lot of power over this region of St. Louis for a long time. And there is a reason for that. And your friends discovered why. She takes some sutures and begins to stitch up some of the larger wounds that Alvin has accrued. Alvin, who had his equipment stowed away in the corner, some of it had to be cut off because his injuries were so bad.
Is there anything I can do to help? Supplies I can find?
I think we'll be all right. And you better remember that, though I'm grateful for what you did, this is a lot of work for me, and it's going to drain a lot of my supplies. So, Let's just say I'll put this on your tabs.
Let me know what you need found. And I will make sure that we find some.
Well, ideally, what I need you to do is to stop finding trouble. That would give me less work.
That will likely not happen. But I
Well.
will do my best to find safer trouble.
As your doctor, I had to try. Well, for right now, I don't suppose you have any medical training, do you, Sonny?
No, but I know someone who does. I'll go get her.
Alrighty.
And I leave to go find Cynthia. Taking a look at Louise and Chris, like wherever they're triaged as on my way out.
This woman seems to have a few assistants with her. Some either traveling doctors or other people who are medically trained that she trusts that are helping out with Louise and Chris and the members of the Archers. It seems that there's not really quite enough space here to keep all of them, so the ones that aren't being worked on are just being kept stable off in opposite rooms. You assume those are the Archers. Point Man as well appears to be in here, and he's just got a stim pack, an empty stim pack on a desk, and he appears to be sleeping.
I nod and I head out to go find Cynthia and Dave.
Right on. You go to find Cynthia and Dave in the one space that they are likely to be.
Yeah.
And
First guest is always Boss Man's.
Yep. It would be at this point that Dave would have been working on your chassis for a while now, and
Okay.
due to him being the most familiar with the way you work, and him also being a skilled scientist, that'll do it. You don't recover any of your armor past 10, but I believe you only had 2 health missing off of your primary armor, and you can go ahead and recover that.
Okay, so then I'm up to 10, correct?
I believe so, if my math isn't wrong.
I knock on the side of the door on my way in.
I'm back.
Red eyes immediately shift into a pink and then slam into blue. But oh, hi there.
Oh, yes. Hello. And
Hello.
you walk into a scene of the man you know as Dave has his sleeves rolled up, and he appears to be gripping some tools, perhaps a TIG welder. And he appears to be borrowing Boss Man's visor that will prevent permanent eye injury when he uses the welder. Cynthia is fairly bare in comparison to how you've seen her before, but she appears to be in good health at the moment.
You look much better.
I feel the same, but I think that comes along with not having a body. But apparently someone is shy about being worked on in front of others.
Cynthia's looking around the room like, what just happened? As other Cynthia's consciousness immediately darted away the minute Apex walked in.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
You didn't, which is why I'm confused.
found the thing's tracks.
I slap down the. I set down my rad roach corpses.
It was a rad roach?
No, but
Oh.
its feet.
And I lay the rad roaches like front to back.
Its feet were about this large.
What? How is that possible?
I don't know. But it
And you said it like had like, you know, like humanoid feet, like it had toes, like heel and
Yes.
but its feet looked humanoid. They had individual toe digits and heels, and the weight distribution made it look like it was walking. It's just incredibly large.
Does that exist here? I haven't come across something like that before.
Whatever it is, it does now.
You think that's what Slick was talking about?
I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe he was just referring to anybody else sitting on his throne.
Maybe.
The old and powerful get scared when their power is threatened. And nothing
True.
is more threatening than the specter of death. Hence his agreement with you.
and I look to Dave.
Yeah.
How far along were you in the process of helping him?
Well, we hadn't really even gotten started.
So he
Oh.
hadn't copied his brain anywhere yet.
No.
Good.
That's one less thing to worry about.
Then he's gone.
Unless he did something that he didn't tell me, then, as far as I know, yeah. Woohoo!
Woohoo indeed.
Right.
Oh, I haven't introduced myself. I am the Apex.
Yeah, he sort
Right.
of looks to you, Cynthia, and is just like, the ape.
The Apex. It's Apex. Don't just call him Apex.
Apex. Pleasure to meet you, Dave Johnson.
Apex nods.
Dave
Yes,
made
he's
me.
like, yes. Well,
Well,
I help,
this.
I help program you, but
Right. And you put me inside of here.
yeah. Well, that was. It was a joint thing, but the other guy doesn't deserve any credit for it. Yes, so,
No, he does not, and we do not need to mention his name.
right, yes. Well, she trusts you. I am a former Institute scientist.
That's not going to mean anything to him, just so you know.
Ah,
What kind of science?
well, I mainly specialize in robotics and artificial intelligence, and it was quite a prominent skill that they were looking for, and, well, they gave me a very tempting offer. And I accepted. And it was great until it wasn't.
So, like, protectrons and things like that.
Oh no, nothing like the archaic beasts from the pre-war. No, we were working on
His
real,
head cocks at beasts.
real real scientific achievements, almost indistinguishable from human beings.
Bastion looks to Cynthia and looks back.
I see.
A lot of that progress was made into her, or them, I suppose. Generation 2 synthetic beings.
Bastion nods.
Are you feeling better?
He says, looking to Cynthia.
Well, I don't feel, so to speak, but, yes. I can tell that there's a lot of, surface level damage that keeps me safe that I need to have fixed still, but for the most part, I think I'm right as rain.
Kathy said she might be able to use your help. Your medical experience.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, I don't think anything's been damaged, so I may as well. And I, right now, am going to roll plus smart for my doctor perk.
Okay.
Doctor.
Pew. 11.
All right. So just to be clear, you are accompanying Apex to the triage tents to aid with everybody who is wounded. Is that what's
Also, for
happening?
those in the audience, would you like to read what Doctor does?
Oh, yes. So, since we leveled up, your study of medicine gives you the ability to treat wounds, injuries, and illnesses. At the beginning of every day, roll plus smart. You gain a pool of points equal to the results. You may use these points to heal and treat a character. These healing points can only be spent when you have access to any necessary equipment and are in a space that you and the patient can rest. Points can be spent to heal 1 HP each, to treat an injury or disease for 5 points. Treated injuries will temporarily negate any negative symptoms. The GM will decide how much treatment is needed to fully cure the injury or disease, and you need smarts of 1 or higher to have it.
Nice.
So basically, I can't botch field medic.
But it's still there as a backup.
It's still there because that means I can't.
This whole perk, you need to be at rest. Like you can't do
yeah,
it in
field-
combat.
Field medic is actually out there in the wild. I can do it there, but doctor is like, okay, we need to be in a safe location kind of deal.
Yeah,
Indeed.
safe place with resources.
All right. And how many points did you get from rolling your 11?
11.
11.
Oh, hot
So
damn.
I can heal 11 HP.
Very good. All right. Well, then I believe if you head on over to the doctor's office,
Yes.
I'll say for the sake of brevity, you aid in the treating of all of the different types of wounds. For you, it's nothing you haven't seen before either.
Right.
You've treated many wounds like these before, and through the rest of the night, because you do not need sleep.
For the record,
if you're-
Bastion will sleep in a chair or like on the couch, like near this space, just wanting to make sure he's around and everybody's okay.
Fair enough. There are.
There's a lot of injuries going around.
There are 5 injured people here still. Point Man basically just said, "Give me a stim pack and some sleep, and I'll be fine."
Is he fine with that?
He will be fine. He will be fine.
Okay.
Stim packs are quite powerful.
Okay.
So I believe in order to treat all of the archer.
Also, ghouls are a little bit more robust for the wasteland. So
Fair.
You won't be able to heal everyone completely, but you will get you can get everybody back into semi-functioning order. I believe both of the archers were sitting at 4.
Oh Lord.
Then there was one who was conscious who will be fine. He also
So-
took the stim pack and sleep.
As long as you can get them to 6 or higher, they can like maintain consciousness of their own.
Right. I
Will.
think what Cynthia would do was the more grievous wounds that people have, just for getting people to that level, Cynthia would use her training from everything to get everyone to that level, to a point where the other people can kind of take over and take care of the rest of the treatments that aren't as intense. Like pulling bullets out and stuff.
Yeah. That case, if you want to split your 11 among everyone, you can do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then just give the extra 1 point to someone of your choice.
Yeah. Would probably, just because she's close with Louise. Probably Louise.
Okay.
So, all right. So I get 3 then.
Yes.
Cute.
Yep.
From Cynthia alone. I don't know what the other medics in this area would be doing.
Yep. Everybody else heals 2.
alrighty.
Is that enough to wake Louise up for a moment?
I'd say that you were all probably really in need of sleep. So you're
Bonked out.
you would all be
Oh,
asleep until
I don't
the,
plan to do anything. I don't plan to do anything egregious.
I would allow you a brief moment of consciousness then before you went back to sleep.
Is my sister in the same room as me?
Yes.
Like right next to me on a thing, or what do you call them? Stretcher thing?
You're all on individually on these like stainless steel tables.
Can I reach my hand out to her from my position?
Yeah, I'd say you could.
Yeah, Louise sort of. There's a moment where she sort of groggily comes to for a second and just eyes swing around and land on her sister next to her. And she just reaches out her hand and just sort of clasps it over her sister's. And she has this faint, very surreally, like, sharp image of a memory of lying next to her sister in a bed, and her sister must not have been even anything more than like 11. And she doesn't really remember what was going on. She just knows that her sister was crying, and she didn't understand why. Though she later does now. Then she just sort of sighs and closes her eyes again.
You feel a weak, almost instinctual grip on your hand. And the 2 of you fade into sleep. And you all awake the next morning. You heal another point of damage. And the sun rises on a new day. And that's where I think we'll take a quick break for the time being.
Woo!
All right, buddy.
Thanks for holding on, you two, while we were getting your characters back up to snuff.
Yeah, no trouble, man.
That's what happens when I do a
Indeed.
character moment that nearly gets my dumbass killed, but it was worth it.
I wanted all the collars off. I don't care how much buckshot I'm sucking.
Oh my god, that is just a phrase. Wow.
Just Alvin
lot
popping
of
off
buck.
collars and just going, ow, there you go. Ow, there you go.
Oh my
Ow,
God.
there you go.
Oh my.
Oh, I'll go get some more water.
Do it.
Me too. I've been going through this water like crazy. It's like I'm thirsty or something.
It's really hot lately. Like,
It is.
It
My
is.
So
AC 's,
hot.
like wonky right now.
not fun.
It was fucking miserable yesterday. And I went to a concert that was full of people.
Oh,
And by God,
nuh-uh.
everyone was sweaty. Everyone
No.
was drinking.
No.
It smelled like weed.
No.
I was drinking too.
No. Man, our AC broke today, which was so not fun. And thankfully it's back on now, but it's still like working on cooling the house. So it's like roasty toasty in this booth. Oh, hi chat. Hello. You want some ASMR? I can turn up my gain way too high.
Asthma.
And don't worry, Austin, I will turn it back down, and I do remember where it was, so don't worry. Dying Chick 117. Happy 25th birthday. Hope it's a good one. I'm trying not to laugh like loud, because it will be so loud. Oh my god. I wonder what it would be like to try and play a horror game while you're doing ASMR. Oh, it'd be so bad. I feel like your head would explode if you tried to like not scream.
Hello,
It'd be-
Chad. I am here
Oh.
playing Penumbra.
Oh,
And I've heard
God.
this game is pretty spooky. And here we go. Wow. That was pretty scary.
That sounds like it was really terrifying. I don't know how you held it together, Connor. That was amazing.
I'm not sure how scary that was, but what it might be scarier is the sound of my beard.
I have.
Is your
Did I audio stimulate your meridian response, chat?
Yeah, I hope so. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, I have to give an ASMR Pollo. One moment. Okay, hang on. Pollo.
I got the tingles.
There, okay, I'm back now.
Also,
Oh my God.
I was laughing at this
What? Wait, what?
thing I just posted in character discussion. Although I probably shouldn't
Okay.
have. I'll post it in memes.
Oh, yep,
Instead.
I have seen that, and it's
I think the lifeguard just killed them.
my AS has been MR'd.
I saw that tweet and I'm like, dear God, I hope that's not real. Like it looks like it could be edited. I hope it's edited.
Oh my god. Oh. Sarah's mic just had an explosion. Do you know what I wish I had right now?
Fake pops.
No. Reese cups.
What about them?
Those are
I
good.
want them.
Oh God, I do. I shouldn't want any more. I have like cookies and ice cream and shit.
But you know what I do have? Gluten-free Oreos and milk. BRB. No regrets.
I had
Do
alcohol
what-
at this birthday party for like the first time in. I don't know. I don't drink usually. It was like what I had was like basically like an alcoholic LaCroix, which means it was pretty lackluster.
I had some scotch while I was at the funeral last weekend. It'd been a while since I had some. Still like scotch.
Hey, is a lemon in your water too much of a flavor for you? Try LaCroix.
How did you know what I was drinking? Sarah, no! Get out of my head, Sarah.
I just never got into like LaCroix or flavored water. It's like I need a little more flavor. Like I don't want the ghost. I don't want a butterfly's kiss of a flavor. I would like some actual flavor.
The key lime one's really good, but that's because I used to drink a lot of lemon and lime water back in the day.
Waterloo's pretty good as
But,
far as
like-
flavored water goes.
I'll tell you why I bought a 12-pack of LaCroix.
Was it on sale?
$3.
I
knew it!
Of course.
And I went, yeah, sure. Sister always has like a 12-pack of these. See what all the buzz is about. Maybe I lucked out with the key lime one because I remember having like a raspberry one and it was like a gentle mwah of like a raspberry. I was like, more raspberry, please.
No, you're done.
When I used to work retail, they would let us bring like water bottles and stuff behind our counters so we could just, not have to go get a drink every now and again.
Yeah.
And what I would bring is these gigantic 33-ounce bottles of this brand called Clear American. It is, by and large, the best sparkling water I've ever had. And it is cheap, and it is huge.
I like
And-
Waterloo and I like Rambler.
Rambler.
Rambler has a good lemon lime, like good enough that I'm like, I can pretend I drank a Sprite if I like chug this.
If I just chase it down the entire way really fast. If I speed run this can.
Yeah, if I speed run this drink, I can pretend it was something else.
Like my taste buds won't catch
That's
up
how-
until it's too late.
Yeah, that's how good it was. It's so good, I can pretend I'm drinking something else.
You just walk in, and then eventually, for no reason, you're like, "Hey, wait a minute."
Is
That
it American
wasn't-
made in Canada? I have no idea. My reality will be
Canada's-
shattered though.
And
own
it's a part of
fault.
America.
If I hadn't cheated yesterday and
Hello.
yesterday and had caffeine, I could have had a soda tonight.
I'm sorry, Sarah.
I sustained myself on caffeine.
This water is quite nice and cool.
I just dunked an Oreo in cold milk.
Ooh,
Hell yeah.
it's fun.
Like frigid. It's fucking
Is
good.
is there anything better than a glass of ice cold milk?
The answer is no.
Not particularly.
I
I
went to the
really didn't like
Minnesota
milk
State
when I was a
Fair.
kid, but then I
Well,
went,
at least 2% milk.
You get that bucket of cookies and then you go to that all you can drink milk station. That's
You know what
do.
I'm fucking talking about, Lanny.
I went there for 18 years of my life, Connor. Of course I know.
Wait, no.
What
hang
is this
on.
magical
Please
thing you're
explain.
talking about?
The
I mean,
Minnesota,
there's like a milk fountain.
Minnesota State Fair. Like a lot
Minnesota
of
State
Dairyland
Fair.
up there.
known for its what's the brand? Is it Grandma's? The cookies?
Grandma's cookies.
Grandma's cookies. You get
Grandma's
a
cookies.
like a gigantic
bucket.
fucking popcorn bucket full of cookies.
Oh,
Jeez, Lord. Okay.
I want that.
Yeah.
I want
And
that
then-
too.
And then you walk over and you get a glass of ice cold milk and you dunk them some bitches and you're in heaven.
And it's like all you can drink milk for. I mean, it used to be like $2. I'm not sure what it is now, but
You
Okay,
go to
but
heaven,
it's a
almost
good deal.
heaven, Minnesota.
there's a very important question here right now.
Uh-huh.
When is the Minnesota State Fair?
Oh,
Caitlin,
fuck.
if you want to go to the Minnesota State Fair, it runs August through Labor Day. I have wanted to go for a while. If you want to make a trip out of it, I will make that shit happen.
Oh
that
my
goes for everybody
God.
here.
Oh my God.
when is it
I
again?
would.
Can we
I
go
would
and eat
love it.
cookies and drink milk together?
It's August through Labor Day.
August 25th through the 5th.
Yep.
Uh,
I vote yes.
25th, August 25th through the 5th. Oh. That
I
could-
have places where people can crash.
Well,
Oh my God.
no, ooh, it's tough. I was gonna take those classes for
Mm-hmm.
August
Mhm.
again every Wednesday.
But
But I'm
do
also-
they give you cookies and endless milk?
But I also have trip to England like right after. We have to talk later if we're seriously gonna do this.
Indeed.
Okay.
Well,
Honestly, yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh my God.
in the meantime, however, we've got the opposite of a cookie-filled good time coming in here. If we're ready to get back into Gateway.
But you said we weren't gonna. No, don't say it like that.
Everyone's like trying to not die right now.
Indeed.
Wait, I haven't retweeted the thing.
You need
Hang
to
on.
try harder.
There it is. I've retweeted the tweet. Let's go.
The tweet.
Alrighty. Let's get back into it then. Oh, thank you, music.
That was nice. Good timing.
All right. Dawn rises on another day in Riverside, and most of you are asleep until about noon, in which case, why don't Alvin, Louise, why don't you go ahead and just roll 2 straight d6s for me?
Roll to get our asses out of bed.
That's one.
Connor. Oh,
Yes.
never mind. I was gonna say, since Cynthia doesn't sleep, could she be also
7.
tending to people while they're asleep? But I guess that would be me using all of my healing points over the course of the night.
Yeah, that you would have done what you needed to do, and then you probably would have let them get some sleep at that point.
Gotcha. Okay.
Bastion would get up early. He has added stretching and meditating to his morning workout retinue.
All right. Alvin, you need to roll 1 more d6.
Oh, I thought you said 1d6. My bad. Boop. We match.
Well, you rolled the same thing, so go ahead and roll again, both of you.
Oh, we're trying to beat each other awake. Okay.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay,
Unconscious
wait.
fight.
All right, wait.
Unconscious fight.
Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, okay.
2.
I'm gonna count to 3 and then say
Mhm.
shoot, and you hit enter on shoot. Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, shoot. 7. Ah,
9.
I rolled the exact same thing. Slightly.
Cynthia, you notice one Alvin Bronson beginning to stir awake.
Well, good morning, sunshine.
Oh. Howdy. Did I get Chris? I don't remember too much after.
We got everybody out okay.
Oh, thank God for that. Ooh, somebody bandaged me up nice.
Well, you can thank everybody running like chickens with their head cuts off around here.
You see a couple of the nurses just sleeping in chairs in the same room where you're all recovering.
Just another day at Mary's, I guess. Oh,
Well, we certainly put them through the paces.
how are you holding up?
Oh, I'm fine.
Oh, that's good.
Got some armor that needs repairing, but for the most part, I'm functional.
He's gonna look over to Louise and Chris. Are they gonna pull
Oh,
through?
yeah, they'll be all right.
That's relief.
Just a rough day is all.
I'm telling you.
May I roll a wits check to see if I can hear this conversation from the other room?
I'll say if you would be close enough by that you would be able to hear our conversation start talking, and you'd recognize Alvin's voice. So no need to roll for it.
My ears flick. A moment later, you see a burly frame in the door.
Hey, there's a man of the hour.
Morning,
Bastion.
Apex.
Bastion runs over and gives you a hug.
I hug back as firm as I can. Just, hey, how you doing, buddy?
I'm fine.
I'm glad to see you're well. Oh, man. I was having gorgeous dreams.
Good.
Oh. Telling you. Man. So, I guess we're here now. That means the family got their butts whooped, right?
According to the radio, there's only a third of them remaining in their ranks.
That's going to cause a sign we don't have to worry about them for a little while. I've seen enough groups go ahead and get the head cut off where they go ahead and start vying. Normally they go ahead and dust themselves.
It's only a matter of time. But for now, I'm trying to accept the victory that we have.
I think we earned it. Everyone else from the arena get out okay? We went pop or anything like that?
There are a lot of people with collars in town now.
So that's good.
It seems they made it. At least those that were willing to run.
I'm really glad. Well, another job well done by the St. Louis machinists. Oh, man.
I look over to Louise. How's
It would be the noise would be beginning to wake Louise up at this point.
Yeah, she sort of does one of those a little bit of a ragged inhale, but she's waking up.
I don't think she can have coffee right now.
Are you going to be the one to tell her?
You know what? I think we're both bedridden. I think I have the best chance. She wouldn't fight me. Man, bedridden, beaten half to.
Yes, you would.
Yeah, she would. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah.
You hear a very faint, scratchy voice just go, "Yeah, I might."
Alvin's gonna wave his hand off of his wave his arm off of his bed toward you a little bit in like a fist bump. You still kicking?
Yeah. She'll raise her fist in a similar gesture.
There you go. Ain't nothing gonna get one over on the Great Scavenger.
You could have made me sound a little tougher.
The badass Scavenger.
I'll take it. Is Chris awake?
Let me just.
That's a lot of dice rolling.
She would be the first one to wake up, actually.
Oh.
We've been ignoring her this entire time. Just very rude.
No, she'd be waking up next.
Okay.
She's
She's
groans.
been sitting there.
She groans and leans over. 5 more minutes.
If I don't get 5 more minutes, you don't either. Get the fuck up.
You guys can rest as much as you need. You took a lot of bullets.
Nope. Louise very stubbornly gets up and starts to get off her bed. I am done lying down.
Bastion moves, if you look like you're going to fall, he moves to try to stabilize you.
Do I need to
Louise,
roll on that?
Your joints are stiff and your muscles are sore. And obviously your wounds do still ache. But you can move of your own volition. Just out of curiosity, how much health do you have at this point?
Thanks to wait, why did I say 8? If I was at 4 and I got 3, I should only be 7.
But you got an extra one while you slept.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Then yeah, I'm at 8 out of 10.
Then yeah, moving, you'd just be a little stiff and in pain, but you can move of your own volition now.
Cynthia's got the hand on the hip. You really don't need to worry about her. Making me worry about my abilities as a nurse practitioner. Or doctor, I guess, now.
Points a finger at Cynthia. Yeah, you're hurting her feelings, Apex.
Sorry. Just when I got you guys in the car, you were... I thought that...
Oh, honey,
Oh.
you okay?
Now Louise looks upset with her. It's like, oh shit. Okay.
Cynthia rushes and puts a hand on Apex's shoulder. Apex.
I don't want to lose any of you.
We're all here. You're okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. She pats herself on the chest and then immediately regrets it. She's like, ow. Okay, that was stupid. The point stands.
I forgot you haven't really had to face something like this before. Not with people, huh? Aside from long ago. That wasn't exactly a good time for you, was it?
No, Everything went off the rails. We lost control of the situation
And you felt like you did when you were young.
worse.
Worse.
If I died when I was young, that would have been my fault. But having others die because of me...
Well, puts a ginger hand on Apex's shoulder. Let's be real here, Apex. The only way that shit wasn't going to go off the rails is if we had said to Mr. Slick, oh, yes, sir, of course, we'll be your little assassins and go kill 3 people. Fine. And we'll just walk out of here without doing anything else.
That
It was going
reminds
to
me.
end one time.
I look to Alvin.
How well do you know the man who runs the ice cream shop?
I thought about it for a good long while. Way back when I was first drug in here. I mean, look at me. I'm a pretty good sized guy. I don't think Boss Man or Point Man, they might have worked together, but only one guy could have drug me back in. And way back then, that was probably Big O, honestly.
He seemed pretty happy to hear what had happened to the family. His ties are clearly not strong, but I was thinking if he's in any position to take up a leadership role, better the devil you know.
Right. Maybe he could turn the arena into something since he knows how it worked. But no slaves, obviously.
Oh, of course.
Better him than some people. As she says that, she sort of, it's like she winces and slightly puts a finger to her head. You know what? I'm gonna go for a walk. I need some air.
Hey,
Everything
if you,
feeling okay?
yeah, you good?
Yeah. I'm just. I think I'll get a coffee or something.
Louise.
What? I want caffeine. It is morning. I'm due.
Based on my medical knowledge, would that be a wise choice right now?
How can you be so cruel?
She's a
No
she's
bully.
a medical practitioner first.
How can you do that to Louise?
Hey, you want to get dyed? Huh? You want to
Yeah,
get dyed?
from-
That's how you
Died
might get
from
dyed.
caffeine?
I don't know. All right?
This is how we get dyed. Caffeine.
If you don't want to get dyed, you might not be
You
able to
wanna
drink
get
it.
dyed?
So,
Roll smarts.
Oh, please
guess-
do.
You'd probably have better knowledge than most about the effects of coffee on surgery. So
pan.
yeah, that's fair enough. Coffee can
Pan.
coffee can affect the progress of wound healing. Sometimes it's a bit minor. Usually people shouldn't have coffee within like 4 to 6 weeks of any major surgeries, because especially if you've had stomach work done.
Mm-hmm.
Did Louise get hit near or in the gut?
None of you, neither Alvin nor Louise, were gut shot in any sort of capacity. You
Okay,
received
so
a
they
lot
were-
of wounds to your extremities.
Okay. Cynthia will have arms crossed, tapping foot, kind of biting on the lower lip, thinking really hard, staring at Louise.
I'll get a small.
That does not make it better, but I will accept it because I feel like, knowing you, your health would decline if you didn't.
Big puppy dog eyes. And you feel terrible, wouldn't you?
Just go get the coffee.
Sort of faint smile. Smaller than she usually does, but yeah, she a little stiffly heads out. As soon as she's out of eye shot, she sort of winces again and she's just like, I know, Phil, I know, can you just not right now, please? And she will head off to get herself some coffee.
Okay. You do not have to pay for it.
Oh my god.
That's so nice.
The people of Riverside see you as a hero.
Since she was asleep for that whole thing, she's sort of like, thank you. In her head, she's thinking, shit, no, I wish I'd gotten a bigger one. Oh, well.
I knew that was going to be your first thought.
That's me every time I get a free sample of something. I'm like, I should have got the bigger piece of muffin.
So,
All right.
if anyone wants Louise, she's gonna go to Apex's tree and have some contemplatey timey time.
Meanwhile, it's around this time that Point Man enters the room. Heard someone mention coffee.
Oh, well, good morning.
Morning,
Howdy,
Cynthia.
bud.
Alvin. Glad to see you're out and about.
Absolutely. I think I might look out the window for a little while.
How are you feeling?
Like I got shot a couple of times in the kneecaps.
Oh,
But otherwise, I'm feeling not dead.
That's good.
Yeah. Good for you all, too. It was a hell of a thing we pulled.
No simple feat, that's for sure.
I don't think St. Louis has seen much action like that since Battle of Molten Steel.
To be fair, this was almost a 2.0 version.
Yeah, well, I wasn't involved in that one, so can't say for
Fair.
sure.
You feeling all right? I know you had a stim pack, but is that enough?
I'm hurt. I might need a few more days rest before I'm out doing anything else, but I'll be all right.
As an aside, should I... This is a new day, so I should roll again for smarts.
Yeah.
For doctor, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do that. 9!
Excellent.
Well, if you'd like, I can take a look at it for you. I'm not out in the middle of it, and things are a little bit more calm, so I have a steadier hand.
I suppose if I'm having trouble walking around, I'll take you up on that offer, but I think I could use a couple of days of just resting.
All right.
Got some stuff to think about after all.
Right. Her eyes kind of shift away and down.
Don't worry about the armor. I got supplies to repair it.
Ah. Yeah, I should probably go see Boss Man about getting some duds of my own reinforced.
Well, seems like everyone's gonna be a little slow moving for a while.
I mean, you got that one right. If y'all want to stick around, like I said, I think I'm just going to go ahead and take it easy right here until I can at least move around without wincing. I can't remember last time I got banged up this bad.
Take your time.
If you guys want to go ahead and stick around, just, I don't know, swap those dumb jokes on those sticks of gum or something, I'm here for it.
I think I probably need to go talk to Dave a bit more. I was sort of out of it, and my other self was being abnormally shy.
I can understand that. She's probably overwhelmed with a whole bunch of things.
Yeah, I kind of want to give her a chance to maybe come out of her shell a little bit.
That's fair enough with me.
I'll stick around.
Thanks, Apex. I appreciate it.
Bastion just kind of sits at whatever nearby chair there is.
How about you, Chris? You gonna go ahead and rest up too with us, or it's on you?
Out cold.
That's my sis. Do 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 do.
That's fair enough. Kind of her to give you and me the room, huh, Apex?
How are you feeling?
I think that not even Psycho banged me up this bad. But I was bound and determined to go ahead and get every single one of them collars off, despite every single cell in my body telling me to go ahead and pound those family members into paste.
We got a number of them. And the ones that are left are rattled. And without leadership. And we know where the ones that could take over are. But that thing... You weren't awake for it.
What thing?
That's right. There was this behemoth. And it made my head roar like fire. It
Yeah, it
stomped
felt
through the
like
lobby and
somebody
left.
jammed me with a knife in my head.
I saw it walking away as we were driving back. It was massive. So I went to try to look at its prints.
What'd you find?
It was a human footprint, but it was nearly 3 or 4 feet wide.
That's a lot bigger than any super mutant I've ever seen.
I don't know what it is that we let loose. I'm not sure if Big O might know either. But whatever it was, I don't think it's done with us.
Well, yeah, no. You think he was the cause of that burning sensation? Yeah, it felt like a psycho buff overdose.
I'd never felt anything like it.
I hope you don't have to. Really do. Hey, since it's just between you and me, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Well, twofold, actually. All right, part one. This is going to sound crazy, but did you hear anything? Like when you were fighting?
There was a voice in the back of my mind. It wasn't the normal voice that's there. It seemed to have more motivation. Did you?
Yeah, sounded like me when Jet and I were really fighting together. Like those old days.
I wonder if those voices were connected to this thing.
What did yours say out of curiosity? You remember anything?
It told me not to fail. Which I tell myself all the time, but... For a moment, I even thought that I could see another me in the room.
Racking my head trying to think of it. Yeah, when I pasted that one son bitch into the wall. Yeah. Sounded something like finally or something like that. I don't know. Like me affirming of something. Like giving the other me a handshake or something. Yeah, here's part two, by the way. Speaking of speaking of other me's and whatnot. I might have gotten a bit over myself. In there, we were talking to Slick. So many people talk about, my old outfit. Just being a bunch of ravening monsters. Just take and destroy and whatnot. And I know when we went down to that brewery, you did not see the best of them. No, you did not. I don't even recognize them. But just because they're called Raiders don't mean hadn't tried building something before. Just way back when. Damn boring you. Sorry about that.
Don't begrudge them their lifestyle. They choose to live the only way they know how. It's the same way I choose to live. They hurt others to get what they need.
They're just lost. I know that.
It's just a food chain. They prey on those that can't defend themselves, and when they attack the wrong target, they quickly learn what it means to be hunted.
Back then, I think was the only option we could have come to a conclusion of after everything we dealt with. But what I'm getting to, at least through that, is if you talk to Big O, be gentle with him. I think he's in the same boat I am. Hell, he might have been the person who talked to everyone else alongside Boss Man and whatnot to help drag me in here in the first place.
I'm not going to talk to him without you.
I really appreciate that. Really, I do. Oh, speaking of which, we were talking about armor earlier. I probably should. Oh, that twisted pile of shit over there is me.
It took a lot of bullets. They had to basically cut you out of it.
There's so much stuff laying around there. You could pack 4 shells in it. Damn.
You'll probably need a new harness.
Oh, making a harness is easy. We probably got spares over there. And if not, I happen to know a very kindly caffeinated lady who can help me find one.
Do you think that the news of Barry, it seems to have affected her?
It's been affecting her for a while. I mean, I remember back in her city. She'll probably slap you broadsided, but she told me something around the kid of she thinks of me what Barry should have been without all the backstabbing and betraying and whatnot. Hell of a compliment, I'll tell you. She's got a real good heart, she does. I'm really sorry she got drug into any of that shit in the first place. It's one thing. A raider turning, picking up new things, but to go ahead and take advantage of someone's kindness like that that's unconscionable. And even now, she's still carrying it. And be honest, her fight's my fight. The more I hear about him, the more I want him to go. The more I want to go ahead and give him one. Maybe 2. Depends on how easily my arms get tired punching them.
His fate is neither of ours to dictate.
No, that's all up to her. But I know what I knew. I knew what I did. I have an inkling what she wants to do. And I'll help her with it. Absolutely.
Me too.
How about with yourself? What was that place down there? Some kind of some kind of barracks, right? After
Yeah.
all this said and done, you want to get down there? I'll help follow you too. It's the least I can do for, I mean, everything y'all been doing for us. I've never seen people in Riverside happier. I mean, look at those nurses sleeping out there, right? They look calm as hell. Like newborn Brahmin.
It's strange.
And I actually kind of take off the Brahmin mask for a moment and just look at it.
And I did all of this to find him, but right now I don't even know that. I don't know what I'd say if I found him.
Well,
If he's out there, then he's safe. He's a survivor. And if he doesn't eventually decide to find me,
well, I can
then I'll
always
go looking. But for now, there are more pressing things at hand.
That's true enough. When we do go ahead and meet up with him, I can give you some advice. Start by just waving and saying hello.
Not sure if it's that simple.
I understand. But with time, I think you'll get onto it. Well, why don't you see if you can't fumble in that desk the point man was at? See if you can't find a deck of cards. I'm going to go ahead and teach you blackjack.
Okay.
And I go about looking for that. And that will be our scene business for the rest of this.
That is our scene business.
All right. I believe it was Cynthia who wanted to go out and find Dave, and he is likewise sleeping at the machinist's hut.
Good hut to sleep at.
She'll just tidy up the machinist's workshop while he sleeps, trying to be as quiet as possible, putting tools in order by size and organizing things so that it's an easy workshop to be around. Waiting for Dave to wake up.
And eventually he does. He stirs and blinks his eyes open. He puts on his glasses. Hello?
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Did you sleep okay?
It's not the most comfortable place I've slept, but... Well, beggars can't be choosers, really.
Guess life was pretty comfy in the Institute before.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it was.
I don't know if I'm just not recalling right now, or... Couldn't you have stayed when I left?
Yeah, I could have. But I didn't.
Why?
Because I saw what... I guess I saw the price of progress.
What's that supposed to mean?
The people at the Institute... They could have hell, they still might save the world. They could put an end to all of this violence. They could bring back life, breathe life back into the wasteland, bring order. But what it was taking to get there... He just shakes his head.
What was it taking to get there? Was it really that awful? I only really have my life and the very limited scope of the Cynthia you know, the world through her eyes, what she went through. So, I don't know a whole lot about the Institute. Things happen so fast.
When it started off with just robotics, everything was fine. I thought maybe we can make a real difference, but then the kidnappings happened, and
Kidnappings?
in the Commonwealth, Institute agents would strategically place synths to replace people.
What?
It wasn't right. When I found out that your invention was just a stepping stone towards this, I was so disgusted.
But why? Why would they take people at random and just replace them? Are they... I can't imagine they're easier to control. I have free will.
He looks down at the floor and he looks like he wants to say something, but he's really trying to hold himself back.
Save what? I know you well enough to know a look.
Make a charm roll.
12.
He takes a deep inhale. Your will is not as free as you think.
Cynthia takes a step back. What do you mean by that? I thought that when my consciousness was put in, that the things that Cynthia went through wouldn't happen anymore. Are you telling me that's not the case?
If I wanted to, I could shut you both off right now. All it would take is a word. Your recall code.
What? Would I be able to turn back on?
You would turn back on, but you wouldn't be you anymore. You would just be a blank slate.
It'd be a factory reset.
Exactly. We program it into all the synths, so that if any of them go rogue, we can retrieve them.
Is there any way to turn it off?
Not that I know.
So you're telling me that if I come across any Institute agent, they can shut me down forever?
That's right. As long as they know the code, you would be in grave danger.
How many people know that code?
He leans back in his chair and he runs a hand back through his hair. Your specific code. Well, I think if I had to guess, it'd be the people who worked on that project would know it immediately. It's in a database, so anyone in the Institute could find it out.
But they think I was destroyed, or do they know I'm gone?
I'm not sure. Didn't really have
That's
time to
odd.
stick around and find out.
True. I just... You know, I'd been struggling with the idea of this sort of mechanical immortality. Not knowing how long this body was gonna hold out, but knowing that someone can come up and whisper one word and that's it.
Well, it's really more of a code. I doubt anyone in the Wasteland could just randomly say it.
I would hope so. I'd hate to be in casual conversation and shut down forever.
It would sound something like Gamma 495.
Right. Specific. Well, there's a little bit of comfort in that, but not much. Considering we also just made ourselves rather famous.
Well, as far as I know, nobody knows the code but me. At least here, anyway. And as far as I know, the Institute thinks we're both dead. But if I were being paranoid and thought maybe they weren't quite convinced, it's possible they could have sent a courser after us.
A courser.
Generation
Again,
3 synths. They're virtually indistinguishable from human beings. And they're programmed to be expert trackers and assassins. They're why the people of the Commonwealth fear the Institute. And yet no one knows about them.
Right.
If you see a person in an all black leather coat, run.
All black leather. That's a specific outfit.
Well, my bigger worry is that you won't see them.
And we don't even know if they're after me in the first place.
Let's assume for the moment that they don't know. But
if they do...
then we need to be very careful from now on.
Cynthia's face lights up. You know, Dave, I like to be an optimist. I would say that if we are indeed being pursued by a courser, they wouldn't be implanted with human memories, correct?
Some of them can be to better blend into their surroundings.
But those would be a bit harder to control, I would imagine.
Well, again, recall code. Anyone who knows it could set them back to 0, and then we just start over.
Right. I'm just saying, hypothetically, if there was indeed a courser that was in pursuit of me, and did not happen to have a human consciousness implanted within it, that might be able to provide an opportunity for us.
He narrows his eyes and slowly looks up at you.
You said a synth body was hard to come by. Well, in this case, one would be walking right up to our door. It would be a, rather risky situation. But, as long as I'm not too close, and we seem to have a tracker of our own, could provide the body we need. Hypothetically.
Well, he closes his eyes, thinking back to the events of yesterday. I suppose it's not totally crazy, but it's still very crazy.
Well, Dave, I think I've given up on thinking that I'm not. So, what are you gonna do? She shrugs.
Well, I hope you'll heed my warning at the very least.
I promise, on both myself and my other self, that I will do all I can to stay away from any courser.
Well, I guess that's all I can hope for.
I can't say I'm really too eager to meet one anyway. Just, you brought up an option, and, well, me not sleeping, it's... When you got something on your mind, you don't exactly have dream worlds to go into, so...
I suppose, but... You know that stunt we just pulled back there? With... What was it, the 8 or 9 of you?
Right.
One courser could have done all that by itself.
What? How?
Like I said, if you see one, run.
I think I will begin to take that more seriously then.
He nods and swallows pretty hard. But we're optimists, right? So there shouldn't be
Yes.
one chasing after us anyway.
Yes, optimists. And apparently all we have to worry about is a giant roaming the wastes now.
Right.
Oh, when we were leaving, you seemed like something bothered you for a minute. What was that?
Oh,
Everyone seemed to be bothered for a minute, and being what I am, I think it must have been a human thing. I don't know.
Well, I heard something. Or I guess someone. It felt like it was coming from all around me. It just said, finally.
Finally?
Yeah. I don't know what it was all about.
Did you... It just said it? You didn't feel anything or see anything or...
Pretty bad headache.
Okay.
But it only lasted a short while.
I mean, it could also just be your brain being happy you made it out of the arena. Or was about to, anyway.
More of that optimistic thinking.
I do try.
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'm just glad it's gone.
Well, hopefully it stays that way.
Agreed. And he sort of looks out the window, just in contemplation. Meanwhile, Louise, what have you been doing this whole time?
Oh, as I said, she went to Ibex's tree, and if someone wants to come find her, they can.
Okay, just wanted to give you some time to speak if you wanted it.
Maybe you pursuing it, you can find. I'm alone.
Ashton and Alvin are playing blackjack.
Yes.
Eventually, Louise, you would be joined at the tree by none other than your sister.
Cool. I just want to roll something real quick.
You punch her.
You really didn't see it coming.
Yeah, she's just sort of sitting at the. She's been sitting at the base of the tree, and she looks a little grumpy, like she's got a twig or two in her hair. And she's still got the coffee cup is beside her, and she has cracked open her last Laughley ale.
All right. You crack it open, a beer at noon, and you're sipping on it. And
Yeah.
Chris walks up to you. Are you drinking beer?
Swings a look at her, and
It's like
then
noon.
thinks for a second, holds it out. You can have some if you want.
Also, you're full of painkillers, probably. And she takes it and takes a swig.
Whatever. That's the lesser of two evils. She pulls out her little flask of whiskey and shakes it. Chris wouldn't know, but it's actually a little less full than it was, and she sort of gestures to her coffee. I already had enhanced coffee on top of it, so may as well keep the trend up.
You're gonna give that poor old lady who worked on both of us palpitations, you know?
If nearly dying in the arena didn't get me, I doubt a few drinks will. So
Yeah,
either
well-
sit down and join me, or I don't know.
And she'll sit down next to you.
We got a tree like this back home, don't we? I remember it. Before that one fucking Deathclaw took it out.
God, don't remind me of that thing.
Yeah, that's where I first met Barry.
Yeah.
What was I fucking... God, I wasn't even like 9, wasn't I? And I remember I think I was trying to run from you because you were making me some fucking chores I didn't want to do, and caught him up in that tree. And I didn't know what he was doing up there at the time. But later I figured out he climbed up there because he wanted to make like a little squirrel burrow for, I don't know, caps or whatever dumb shit he wanted to squirrel away. And he managed to get himself stuck up there because he's a shit climber even then. But I wasn't. So I had to get his dumb ass down. Nearly broke my leg in the process. Sorry about that. I didn't tell you that at the time. Thought you'd freak out.
Well, I probably would have, so thanks for not telling me.
She sort of scratches her head a little harder than she needs to, and you fucking joined the family, Chris.
That double bastard.
He said he must have done it just not even that soon after he locked me and Phil in that fucking vault. Shit. Am I that bad a judge of character, Chris? Only other person besides you I thought understood me in this fucking world, and who the fuck have I been friends with all this time?
Some people are just really good liars, Louise. Monsters like Barry are good at hiding their true intentions. They act nice and helpful, and then one day they'll show their true colors.
That's the thing, Chris. He wasn't good at it. But I just kept giving him the benefit of the doubt. What the fuck was I doing? How does someone like that know me so well and then turn around and do this? I don't know.
You can't blame yourself for someone else's being shitty.
No. But I can blame myself for a lot of other things. She looks at her sister then, and she very much suddenly looks like, to Chris, it's like she looks very young all of a sudden. What do you think about those guys that I'm hanging with now?
Your runaway friends?
You think? Am I don't want to misread people again.
Louise.
Maybe she shakes her head. I think you've been better at it all along, and they're okay, right? I feel like I don't know anymore.
She takes a swig from the bottle and she looks at the machinist hut that you've all been staying in for a while. Alvin. No, she's talking about you.
So, Alvin psychically perks up. Someone talking about me?
Your ears burn, Alvin.
Oh.
I have 2 aces. Is that good?
Technically, it's a 12 where you can do a split. Oh, I should teach you about splitting.
That kid has a mean right hook. And he is also one of the kinder people that I've met out on the road. Even if sometimes he lets them get him into trouble. Almost got him into trouble with me. Is that sounding familiar?
Hey, I mean, look, if I'm kind, then Alvin's a fucking saint, okay? Yeah.
I meant, is that sounding like your opinion?
How do you mean?
Well, you know him better than I do. And you asked me what I think, so I'm telling you.
I can't help but feeling you're insinuating something.
Well, I'm getting to that.
Eyeballs her sister, but lets her go on.
The Apex likes to call himself silly names.
Bastion sneezes.
And he's really good at staying in character. And I think deep down, he really wants to make a difference in this shithole. Am I on track so far?
I won't argue. He's a good kid. Kind of like Phil was.
Cynthia is a little hard to read. But she seems like a breath of fresh air. Different sort of perspective on the wasteland, and maybe it's a perspective that we could use.
Cynthia, in the distance, feels a La Croix equivalent echo of her ears burning.
The essence of ear burn.
The essence of ear burn, but not actual.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also depends which one you're talking to, but they're both all right.
She tilts her head.
You know, that not really a second identity. It's, you know, it's complicated.
Fair enough. She turns to you. And Louise.
Ugh, seriously, you're so fucking corny.
Is a brat.
Mm-hmm.
Takes after me a bit too much, especially in the caffeine and alcohol department.
Louise does like this thing where she puts her fingers in the shape of a gun and like puts it in her mouth and pretends to like blow her brains out. You know, like I'm like, oh god.
Oh my god.
And apparently she's taken after her sister in being a really good gunslinger.
Gonna be a better one. Just watch me.
Maybe. If she stops blaming herself for everything. You're in your own way on this, little sister. Just because Barry made mole rats eat his eyes is a dick. What, were you supposed to stop him or something? It's just not how it played out.
I guess I just wish I'd known better sooner. There's a certain point where kindness becomes stupidity.
Well,
And I crossed that line a long time ago, I think, that with him. And it was to the detriment of a lot of fucking people.
Some lessons are
And-
hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's taking a moment to learn from those lessons that makes us better people. Makes us people that aren't like Barry.
Sort of closes her eyes real tight and just sort of winces again. But she calms after a second, takes a breath. Does it make me a worse person if I still just want to blow a fucking bullet in his head?
Well, I think that would say to me that you've learned your lesson.
To be fair, I haven't really decided yet. But
Decided on what?
what exactly I'm ultimately going to be doing to him when I find him. But she stands up and offers her sister a hand to help her stand up as well.
She clutches her abdomen where she had some stitches done. She slowly raises up.
I wouldn't say that's entirely up to me. And honestly, maybe that's for the best.
Well, whenever that time comes, I'm sure you're going to make the right decision. She pats you on the back and she gestures her head back towards the arena and at all of the bomb-collared individuals who have reunited with loved ones and family. You got a pretty good track record.
Fuck. Scratches her head again, a little gentler. Fucking heroes. I don't even know what to do with that.
Enjoy it.
I wanted to be, slightly notorious maybe, but fuck, I don't know. Looks at her sister. God, what the fuck are you doing out of bed anyway? Let's get you back in.
Well, I couldn't just leave you out here moping by yourself.
I was not okay. I was contemplating.
You were
there
definitely
is a difference.
moping.
God.
Nope. When alcohol gets involved, it's moping.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, okay?
No one knows about that saying. It's the future.
Damn it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay, then she'll say, look, no one puts a time limit on when you can have some alcohol, okay? Show me someone who has.
Good point.
Walks back.
All right. And you walk back towards. I assume you're going to the medical tent.
Sure.
I keep calling it a tent. It is a building. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I will say now, and I'm sad it didn't work out, but if I had done that little role I did, if I had succeeded in it, Louise would have climbed the tree. She would have been up in the tree.
After all my work, come on.
Louise was in a mood. She wanted to be disconnected from the world, but that's why she had branches in her hair. She tried and realized she couldn't make it because she was too hurt. If anyone were in a role to look at that, you can scold me, but go for it. I don't care.
Connor,
All
you
right.
will let me know if I notice branches in Louise's hair.
They're still there.
Okay.
Maybe a few scratches on her arm.
No one has plucked them out, so.
It'd be funny.
Natural camouflage.
With the day ahead of you, is there anything else anybody would like to do?
Only thing on Apex's mind is if Alvin ever feels up to it, he does want to go get that talk in with
Big O.
I mean, The only thing I have on mine now at the moment is I definitely need to have my armor looked at, but that's an Alvin thing, and I don't want to push Alvin right now when he's still trying to recoup, and we have time.
Cynthia would probably go and check on the archers, since maybe they're conscious at this point.
Oh, yes, our friends.
Our friends.
But do I come across Louise with the twigs in her hair? Very important question.
You're gonna have to roll for it.
Louise,
Roll for it. I want to see you roll
is
for it.
outside the machinist shop, so.
Cynthia, why don't you go ahead and roll me a wits roll? See if you see Cynthia.
I
see
would
Louise.
love to. That's a 9, Connor.
Yeah, you do notice. Louise.
You just see the nearby window that the tree is by the machinist shop, so the window nearby, you just see Cynthia's hand slam down and her face jettisons up to the window, disappears walking really quickly, comes around the corner. Louise, what are you doing?
What? Looks around like, what? Just going back and just going back with Chris. What?
Walks up, snatches a twig out of her hair. What is this?
Stick of wood.
Yeah. Where'd it come from?
Nature.
Right. And how did it get in your hair?
I tried to climb the tree.
Cynthia brings both hands up as if to smack on both sides of her face, clenches her hands, and slowly brings them down. Eyes are glowing orangey red.
Suddenly, Louise looks at her sister and then goes, "Look, I was moping, okay? I needed a moping spot, and
So
you know,
you
up in the
were
tree.
moping. You
But
admit it.
I was. Shut the fuck up! I'm going with this, okay? Look, I just, I was having some feelings, and
Connor,
I
is
needed
she
a
holding
place.
the bottle?
Yeah, I still have the ale bottle. I said,
Well, you gave it to Chris, and she hasn't given it back.
cool.
So I see it in Chris's hand then.
Well, yes.
What? Were you drinking?
No, she was.
Slow, mechanical, grating turn to Louise. How did she get alcohol?
Louise bolts. She just goes.
Can't run from me!
To be fair, not very well. Yes, but she doesn't need to run. She just bolts into the building and she's like, "Hi, Alvin." She sort of hobbles.
Oh,
"Hi,
Alvin."
Alvin. No, you just stay there. She's gonna duck behind Alvin.
Cynthia very gingerly,
Bastion lays down 3 cards. 25. I win.
gingerly comes up to Chris, takes the alcohol bottle and goes, "Please go lie down." And then fucking bolts after Louise.
And as Cynthia chases Louise around the medical office, Alvin and the Apex.
I'm just gonna hide behind Alvin. If she comes for me, I'll just be like, "You're not gonna hit him, right? He's hurt too. You can't hurt him and me at the same time."
Apex having just won a game of blackjack.
25 is bigger than 21.
That is true.
Well, you see, 21's lit. You know what it's fun.
True anyway.
And as we pan away from this scene, that is where we're going to end the session for this week.
Hey.
Oh, this was fun, guys. This is a good one.
Da-da-da.
You wouldn't strike me down, not with her behind me.
Oh, bye, Austin.
Bye, Austin.
Bye indeed.
Goodbye,
Austin.
Austin.
You cannot strike me down. I should become more powerful. Yeah, you know how that goes.
Where is my recording? There it is.
Where is my funny recording?
This is
We're
episode 33.
Wow.
Is it really?
I thought
Wow.
31.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
was 32.
Yeah,
Am I
32.
crazy?
Because the last one I have is 31.
Yeah, am I nuts? Am I wrong on that?
Hang on,
Nope,
hang on.
I'm the one who is nuts.
Connor.
You
I
are
am the one
nuts!
who nuts.
It
Wait.
is in fact 32.
Nick.
Okay.
No.
I was wrong.
We'll record 33 when I'm at KentuckyCon next weekend. I hope the alarm in the stupid hotel doesn't go off again.
Just go
that's
ahead and
right.
say...
What state is that in?
Kentucky? Because KentuckyCon.
Oh, it was as it got
Cute.
you.
That's a
Okay.
cute name.
Yeah, it's kind of cute, actually.
I miss
It'll be
cons.
chill,
I
and-
need to start being in things that people want me to go out to cons again for.
I want to go to the cons that have you come, because I want to do more. I'd love to do like a con
Oh
invite
my
us for D&D
gosh.
shit, you know?
If we did an episode as like a panel, that would be
Yes!
fun.
Ed does that. He's
Oh.
done that at cons. It's like a Jenga thing. I don't know, but I'd rather do like a nice long one, maybe like 3 hours. We do it at night, you know, like a late night panel.
Oh yeah, that would
Can
be
we
great.
do we book panel slots for 3 hours? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, actually.
I've actually
If you
wanted
time
to
it
do-
right.
I've actually wanted to do that as like a demo for the game itself.
Oh
I've-
man.
Sounds
I've-
fun.
Dude.
Yeah,
Put
no,
up
that does sound
FinCon.
really fun.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I've never done a panel like that. Oh, I can already hear my mom doing a happy goose hunt.
That's why I think again it's like if it was like a panel at night, then it'd be easier to get like a big slot, because you know there's not as many panels at night, so they have more rooms available.
Or even just dedicated time in the gaming room or something.
That is true.
Maybe.
The Game-nasium.
I go back to the Twitch stream to see the nice peoples.
Yes, hello,
Indeed.
chat.
I return
Watch it.
to Scoop Cat.
Mhm.
Scoop cat.
A cat that scoops.
Hope you enjoyed this episode of Gateway, everybody.
Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and take on home with some introductions. We'll start with Caitlin. Where can they find you, and what are you up to?
Oh, me? I'm
Yeah.
Caitlin Elizabeth. You can find me all over the internet at Boobs McBalrog. Here on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Boobs McBalrog with zeros instead of O's. I believe we're gonna have Shark Squad together again for some raft this
shit.
week.
Ooh.
I gotta finish
Pretty big
finalizing
update.
that. Huh?
There's a pretty big update.
Yeah. Yes, there was a very big update, and I know that we have plenty to do in there. Yeah, I think I already shilled at the top, so I won't bore anyone with all of that again. But yes, come hang out for streams. There will be more of them this week.
Very good streams.
Wahoo!
Wahi.
All right.
Mamma mia!
Mamma Mia!
Oh my god.
Speaking of Mamma Mia, Rabbit, where can they find you, and what are you up to?
Hey, what's going on? I'm Rabbit. I'm a writer and a comedian. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Hey Mr. Rabbit. I stream Monday through Friday. I normally stream horror games, retro games, and RPGs are my thing. So, like, I play all kinds of things from, like, Castlevania to Unavowed to Nightmare of Decay to Dead End Road, Songs of Conquest, Grandia 2. If you like stuff like that, I'm your one-stop shop for anything just old or just out of the blue. RuneScape. It's a fun thing. So, what else am I doing? I've been enjoying farmers markets. We've been having local farm festivals around here. That've been really fun. And I've been cooking, really experimenting with my cooking. Actually, during the entirety of this, I made a homemade Italian meat sauce that I added vegetables in and whatnot. And I've actually been chilling it in my fridge the entirety I've been doing this. And I'm going to go ahead and make gnocchis, and I'm going to go ahead and pour it over it. It's going to be so good.
Delicious.
And the top, a sprig of fresh basil.
Ho ho ho.
Mm.
Very delicious.
That's how you know I'm classy and I clean under my nails somewhat, kind of.
Respect.
I do my best. Anyway, that's me. Hey, Mr. Rabbit.
Wahoo.
He's just falling, screaming through the void.
Lanny, where can they find you, and what are you up to?
Find me all over the internet at Lanny Pator. On Monday, if you're not all role played out, feel free to drop in at 5 o'clock Central Time for a little campaign we like to call The Ties That Bind. Connor and Caitlin both join, as well as our friends Shadow Dancer Bob and Takahata 101. Trying to save the world from an upcoming demon incursion, which we've already seen the fallout of. So hopefully, hey, fallout. That's hey.
Doom, doom, doom.
Yes, there it is.
Yeah, crazy stuff abound. Magical bar is in town, so it'll be a fun time for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Beyond that, I'm pretty much a variety streamer. I play a bunch of different stuff, so I'll figure out what I'm gonna be playing next. But tune in if you want to be the first person to find out. I'll figure out what the hell I'm playing tomorrow. Might just be some casual stuff, might be some legit stuff. Who the hell knows? Even I don't know. It's a mystery. That's me.
Alrighty. And Sarah, where can they find you, and what are you up to?
I'm on Twitter at Sarah with an H and with an E, Willia. Like I said, I shield the two things, Soul Hacker 2 and Blue Reflection. And yeah, mostly I just focused on this month taking acting classes, continuing scene study. It's been awesome. I really am really getting into it. I think it's the best choice I ever made for my acting, and I hopefully will be back in August when they get back to going again.
Nice.
Depending. So on and so forth.
Alrighty. And as for me, they can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/DistortionDevil, where I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be sure to be on the lookout for my upcoming subclass, the Treasure Hunter Conclave for the Ranger.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Are you
You roboed hard.
Oh,
Ooh.
fuck. Wonder what that was all about. Am I still roboting?
No.
Nope, you
Look
good.
outside. Is there a courser outside your window?
It was storming earlier, actually, so that might have something to do with it, but I don't know.
Oh, see, there you go. I didn't think I'd go ahead and strike that gold vein, but
Well, hot dog.
yeah. Tell me about the funny treasure hunter. I want to know all about him. I love treasure hunters.
I don't have anything concrete just yet, but you'll have a lot of interesting benefits from having magic items equipped. You will be able to identify treasure or places that have treasure in them, or secret hiding spots for treasure. It'll be an interesting thing.
Oh, that sounds fun. Like, I'm thinking of him in my head, and he looks like Locke from Final Fantasy VI. I got him. I'm a big fan. Really want that.
Indeed. All right. Well, I think that's it for me. Also, be sure to check out our sponsor for this evening's escapades, Die Hard Dice.
Die Hard Dice!
That's right. Die
Wow,
Hard Dice
2 in
is
a row.
one-stop shop for dice and dice accessories. He's not exhausted. He only talked for half the episode.
True. I'm so full of pep and energy still. We'll get a jitterbug after we end call.
Indeed. Yeah, if you use the code Unexpectables ! You can save 10% on your order from dieharddice.com.
That's a lot of savings.
Wow.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And without further ado, we got some business to read off.
Oh, business show. Just read down business.
Okie dokie artichoke me daddy, thank you for the 500 bits.
Wow.
Holy shit! What a name! Can you say that name again?
Slower though.
Okie,
Yes.
Please, yeah, slowly, please.
okie dokie artichoke me daddy, thank you for the 500 bits.
Oh my god!
I am merely a plebeian YouTube/podcast listener. I listen to you guys at work. Just glad to support you once in a while. Thanks for the fun. Thank you.
Thank you for that name.
Honestly.
That was a little.
That is a new highlight. Yeah.
That is a little beacon of
Wow.
joy in the
I
day.
tell you, I
I
tell
did.
you what. Sometimes we get a name on here that's a real showstopper, and I gotta add that one to the list.
Consider this show stopped.
It is. It's over.
Yo,
Yeah,
who's
that's
pulling
what I
all the
mean.
That's
brakes?
it.
'Cause
We're
this
done.
show's stopping.
That's it.
It's like that's it. We're done. Who are we rating?
In the stream. In the stream.
Protoss
Run, run!
Thank you for the 5 bits. Lost track of time. Going to watch the VODs. Have a great time, everyone. Hunter Man, thank you for the 15 months. Free haircut and lobotomy, thank you for the 10 months. Yahoo!
Yippee!
Deluna13, thank you for the 25 months. Scat Flipsa, thank you for the 14 months of Prime. Good to be back. Whitefang9018, thank you for the 25 months of Prime subbage. Good to see everyone is still alive. Zenlita, thank you for the 100 bits. Cynthia had an anime girl, Kya, don't look Apex Senpai moment.
Yeah, basically.
Magic Ninjago, thank you for the 50 bits. I was at Walmart yesterday and I found something that I did not expect to find there. Dragon fruit, which were a lot smaller than I thought they'd be.
They're pretty small.
They are. I heard if you plant it in the ground, it won't grow a dragon. It won't. But it doesn't stop me from trying.
It's a
Indeed.
ripoff.
Right? It's
Why
a
even call it a
gem!
dragon fruit?
Exactly.
Also,
You
I
ever
guess-
see- you ever
It's
see
like,
the-
you know, they call it a jackfruit, but you never mind.
Yeah, exactly. Like you ever cut a dragon fruit open? It looks like the inside of a 50s polka dot skirt. It's like how did you get dragon out of this? Like
Indeed. Booty Call and the Sugar Lumps, thank you for the 22 months. Limoncello LaCroix is the best. Oh man, I had some
I didn't even know that was
limoncello.
a thing.
I had some limoncello liqueur that I got for Christmas, and that was actually
That-
surprisingly good.
I was about to say that has to be fucking tasty.
It was really delicious.
Limoncello always sounds to me like you just can't pronounce the word correctly, and if that is how it's pronounced.
Limoncello.
Hey, Manchego.
I also had some limoncello almonds that were really good as well. Very creamy.
That sounds delicious.
Kane Time, thank you for the 500 bits. The Institute is going to send a 3rd-gen synth after me. Will she be blonde? Is there a catalog that we can order from? I mean, so we can know what they look like when they come and get me. Magic Ninjago,
Hey,
thank you for the 100 bits. Louise got busted.
Yeah.
It's not the first time.
Exiled Striker, thank you for the 100 bits. So glad that episode ended with a really wholesome moment. Have my bits and enjoy the exiled one.
No.
Blackfoot Ferret, thank you for the elite bits. Choo choo, #Charleston.
Great taste of Charleston chew.
Blackfoot Ferret, thank you for the 420 bits. Achoo. Masamune, thank you for the 17 months. And Magic Ninjago, thank you for the 50 bits. I'll say I was looking at some dragon fruit that was cut into cubes, and they look like dice. I guess they do, kind of. Because they got the black seeds dispersed throughout. Yeah, I can kind of see how they would look like dice.
Is dragon fruit and jackfruit the same thing? I hadn't realized.
Jackfruit?
No,
no,
different.
no.
Jackfruit is
jackfruit
massive.
is like big, stinky that you can kind of get it to taste like.
Oh,
meat.
yeah,
Oh my
jackfruit's
God.
the one that
Yeah.
Dragon fruit's the white thingy with what looks like little poppy seeds.
It's all lumpy.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's really tart.
Mm.
Jackfruit smells like hell.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Oh
it's
yeah,
used
he's right. It smells like cardinal sin. Like,
apparently, it's used as a alternative in like vegan things.
Yep. Yeah, it's a meat replacer.
Huh.
Yep.
yeah, the flesh of it's very similar to meat,
Huh.
just like mushrooms.
I am a goo man.
This is well, we've now devolved into the exotic fruit channel.
Well,
Indeed. Well,
That's gonna be the off show. Just
did you know that
just
there are
fruit.
2 types of dragon fruit?
No, tell me
There
more.
is one with white flesh and one with like a purple pink.
I almost wanted to try that fruit that apparently
That's
tastes like
fantastic.
chocolate.
What's that?
I heard of that. What is that called?
Oh god, that was black sapote.
He's in time.
sapote?
Sapote.
Yes, it apparently tastes like chocolate pudding.
Really?
Oh, I've had one of
Oh,
those
now I
Oh
want
my
it.
god!
Oh,
it looks like chocolate
wow.
pudding.
I gotta
How
look this up now.
do I get one?
What the?
I would
Holy
like to
shit, the Ben! I
consume,
want that. I
please?
want that in my mouth right now.
That
I mean,
just
your
straight
mileage
up-
may vary. I saw someone taste it who was sort of like a little bit. I see the texture, but they were like, I don't know. I mean, it looks kind of interesting though.
It
It
straight
tastes
up
like-
looks like chocolate pudding.
Yeah, it does.
I want it.
It's a bit more like red bean than chocolate from what I remember, but it's good.
Ah.
I mean, you can apparently just get it off of eBay.
I saw someone. I saw on this Google search here. Someone made a pound cake with black sapote.
Oh,
Ooh, I'd like to try
yeah.
that actually.
Sweet
try it.
caramel, cocoa, and persimmon is what it tastes
Sounds
like.
delicious. Well, before we get too far
Yeah,
into the
sorry, I'm looking
baking
around.
dessert
Yes.
channel,
Black sapote brownies. Ooh.
let's go ahead and raid somebody.
All right. Who
Uh,
you got in your sights, homie?
who is on?
I see
Mm-mm.
Pharaoh. I see Jaculastra.
That one's us. So it's like, hey, that's us. Never mind.
The Unexpectables are on.
He's like, yay, let's rate ourselves. Hey, you guys are back. Nice.
Whatever you wanna do.
Let's go ahead and raid Thero.
Pharaoh.
There, buddy.
Our raid message. What should our raid message be?
Is that alcohol?
Pudding fruit.
Pudding fruit.
Pudding fruit.
Pudding fruit.
Pudding fruit.
Now, if there were ever a fruit that existed in the Fallout universe from sheer freak accident, it would be the pudding fruit.
Pudding.
Pudding way? Oh shit. There he is. Pudding fruit.
What are you putting in it?
Chocolate.
Ah,
And goodness.
chocolate pudding fruit.
Alright, take care everybody. We'll see ya Wednesday for some more Unexpectables, and we will be back this Saturday for more Gateway. But not the
Oh.
Saturday after that.
Don't die, Connor. Bye-bye.
Beep.
Goodbye.
Have a good day, everybody.
Goodbye.
Oh,